Axtell Trust has the experience to provide
national tour to keep 211.
Back to our Friday broadcast. Tipped off. We're going to dive into this girls contest. Before mentioned, it's been mainly Hanover over the last couple meetings. In fact, 17 straight for the Hanover Wildcats, including 2 wins each of the last 2 seasons. And then again mentioned, the Axtell Eagles season has come at the end of, or at the hands of these Hanover Wildcats, both in a sub-state championship game. Last time these 2 teams met, it was March 2nd, 2024, down at Blue Valley in the before mentioned sub-state championship game. It was all Hanover as they rolled 54-32 in that contest. Hanover was led by Anna Juneman with 20 points. Of course, she is the leader of this Hanover Wildcats team this season. As for the Axtell Eagles, led in that game by Kaylee Sandman. She is gone, though, and so have entered 5 or 4 new freshmen for head coach Brad Brocksterman's team. We'll see 4 of them, or I believe 4 of them in the starting lineup starting here tonight, as that has been a big change in the Eagles so far this season. Youth for Coach Brocksterman, but improvements offensively last 2 seasons, averaging 32 and 34 points per game. This year, north of 42 points per game for the Axtell Lady Eagles, but again, will have their hands full with the top team in Class 1A Division II in the Hanover Lady Wildcats here tonight. Taking a look at action elsewhere around the Twin Valley League, not a whole lot for a Friday night. Valley Heights is at Chapman in a non-Twin Valley League matchup, but one league matchup going on, Frankfort at Blue Valley, while this Saturday, Centralia will be at Marysville, Lynn will be at Canton Galvin. Before mentioned, Marysville playing tonight versus Rock Creek. You can catch Bruce Dierking on that call over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1. Other North Central Kansas League action, Concordia versus Wamego. We'll take a look at score updates courtesy of Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Sports Spotlight in between boys and girls contests. And don't go anywhere. In between those games, we'll also have interviews with head coach Brad Brocksterman of the Lady Eagles and Chris Bikeman of the Hanover Lady Wildcats. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll get you set for game time here on KNDY.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
At Hanover Hospital and Clinic, we put the care back into healthcare. We believe that your health is more than just treating the symptoms. It is about building relationships, providing support in our community. We are excited to introduce our newest physician, Dr. Tyler Schreiber, who is now seeing patients and providing top-notch compassionate care. Our team of providers are dedicated to providing personalized care to each and every patient we see. Come see Dr. Schreiber and experience the difference that compassionate care can make in your healthcare journey. Schedule an appointment today at Hanover Hospital and Clinic by calling 785-337-2214.
Landall Company in Marysville is now hiring for various positions. Excellent pay, growth potential, and outstanding benefits that include annual wage reviews, incentive bonus with 60% of profits given back to employees, attendance bonus, comprehensive insurance plan with $500 deductible, paid time off, paid holidays, 401k, and much more. Apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability, welcome.
Stapp Brothers Petroleum works hard to be there for you when it matters most. Their goal is simple, to be your number one source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And they'll reach that goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Proudly serving Kansas with locations at Blue Rapids and Hanover, Stapp Brothers thanks all of their current customers. If you're not a current customer, call the winning team at Stapp Brothers locations at Blue Rapids and Hanover today for all of your propane and fuel needs.
KNDY is more than just sports coverage. Check out the public affairs program this weekend as our own Katie Jeter talks with Tyler Schreiber, aforementioned new doctor here at Hanover Hospital. There in the fall, welcomed him into the Hanover community. Has been having a great time with that, and catch all his comments and the full conversation this Saturday at 7:10 a.m. on FM 95.5, FM 94.1, or AM 1570. We talked about our girls matchup here tonight. Let's talk a little bit about the boys before we get into it. This was a contest that was met just a few weeks ago. Back on January 25th, Axtell and Hanover met in the Twin Valley League Tournament Championship for the boys contest. It was a game that Axtell did win 70-61. Axtell now on the season 13-1. Their lone loss back to Auburn of Nebraska back on December 30th. Hanover started this season 0-3 before ripping off 6 straight wins. Axtell ended that winning streak for the Wildcats, but this is a Hanover team that offensively this season has been led by Braylon Mine and Tanner Bruna. Both of them had bid games versus Valley Heights their last time out on Tuesday. Braylon ended up having 26 points in that contest, while Tanner had 15. But a name to keep an eye on for the Axtell Eagles has been Logan Sandman. The sophomore post down low has been a revelation for head coach Jason Tynan and his squad. He had 26 points versus Walt Bunsey on Tuesday night, his second such 26-point game of this season. The other one coming back versus Washington on January 3rd. This Axtell Eagles team, we know about them from the football standpoint, from the basketball standpoint, they're just as good too as well, averaging 62 points per game, while only allowing 40 on the defensive end. The Eagles have their sights set on another state run, but again, both of these teams in the same sub-state this season. Right now, Axtell sets as the 2 seed by Logan Palco, Hanover the 4 seed, while the Lynn Bulldogs of the Twin Valley League sit as the 6 seed. We're going to get starting lineups for you next, and then a girls contest between Hanover and Axtell is up first here on KNDY FM 95.5 and BVTV.
Make every job easier with one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. For any project inside or out, if you're a professional or do-it-yourselfer, get the tools you need, including Milwaukee, DeWalt, Stanley, and more. Battery-operated tools offer the convenience and mobility with the power to get the job done quickly every time. Stocked with all the blades, bits, and accessories for your convenience as well. Check out the power tool selection today and get the work started on your schedule with Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
When agricultural conservation work is needed on your farm, call Barry Bussing with Bussing Construction in Axtell, offering dozer services on terrace and waterworks. Improve the value and resourcefulness of your farmland. Contact Barry Bussing today at 785-799-5205 for conservation work that'll build better practices for the future. That's Bussing Construction of Axtell, 785-799-5205.
And it is time for Twin Valley League basketball on your airwaves or your TV waves. If you're watching us on KNDY or catching us on KNDY FM 95.5 or BVTV, we appreciate you tuning in wherever you are. Girls contest set to take over. Hanover 12-2 on the season, 7-2 in league play. While Axtell comes in 7-8 and 3-6 on the season. We'll take a timeout for the national anthem. Be back with starters after this.
See Andy Bruna at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover for a full line of your everyday hardware needs and all the building supplies you'll need to get the job done right. Just about anything you might need around the farm or home is found at Andy's. And always fast, friendly service when you need it. It just makes good sense to shop at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, Kansas, a flyout, Wildcat booster. That's Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
For a Goog time, head to Hanover. Goog's Bar and Grill is the happening place for food, drinks, and fun. Open 4 p.m. until midnight, Monday through Saturday, and the grill is always open late. Check out Mexican nights on Thursday with the best pizza anywhere all the time. Order by the half combo or full size with carryouts available too. Find Googs on Facebook and check out their daily specials as well as special events. Grab your friends, grab your family, or make some new friends. Where everybody knows your name. It's Googs in Hanover.
Always something special about high school band and a national anthem as the season comes to an end. Also more impressive. Starting lineups now for you. First for the visiting Axtell Eagles as they come into this contest. As before mentioned, 7-8, 3-6 in league play. They will start Caitlin Detweiler, the 5'6 freshman, Regan Hazenkamp, the 5'9 freshman, and Audrey Costel, the 5'10 senior, out of the guard position. Down low, it'll be Natalie Strothman, the 5'10 junior, and reigning second-team Twin Valley League Player of the Year last year, along with Maggie Strothman, the 6'1 freshman, who has really made strides, says head coach Brad Brockstman. Again, Axtell Eagles will go Detweiler, Hazenkamp, Costel, Strothman, and Strothman. For the Hanover Wildcats, 12-2 on the season, 7-2 on the year, averaging 50 points per game while only allowing 40 Very similar starting lineup as we've seen all season. Out front, Gracie Bruder, the 5'6 sophomore, Leah Juneman, the 5'7 junior, and all around Anna Juneman, the 5'7 senior guard. Down low, it'll be Drew Bruna, the 6' sophomore, and Trendy Schlabach, the 6' junior. The Hanover girls under 9th year head coach Chris Beichman, again 12-2, 7-2 in league, scoring 50 points per game, allowing 40 will start Bruna, Juneman, Bruna, and Schlabach. The Axtell girls under 3rd year head coach Brad Brockschman, 7-8, 3-6 in league play, scoring 42 points per game while allowing the hair over 40. Axtell will be looking for their first win over Hanover in 17 tries. In the jump circle, it's Bruna, it is Strothman. Tip is one and goes to the Axtell Eagles. First possession for the Eagles in their road red uniforms with black Eagles, kind of black navy blue across the chest, numbers front and back. First position, a shot inside for Maggie Strothman is off the glass, a little strong. Possession pulled down by Chris Beichman's team. Quickly goes Hanover the other way. Trendy Schlabach left close, kicks it out. Hanover in their home whites, red Wildcats across the chest, numbers front and back. Hanover will work left to right as we see it here, south to north at Hanover High School. Drew Bruna inside is going to be blocked by Natalie Strothman. Got a piece of the first shot from Bruna down low, and a big important defensive stop there for the Eagles. Will be important to control not only Juneman on the outside and her defensive pressure, but Drew Bruna, who's been playing well here of late. Inside, Strothman gets a shot up. That'll be Natalie, misses off the board. Out of there with it was Gracie Bruna. We'll hear from both head coaches in between boys and girls contest coming up. A comment that head coach Chris Beichman said would be a key for his team in this contest will be the rebounding. So far early on 2 shots, no offensive rebound for an Axtell Eagles team. We'll talk with both Chris Beichman and Brad Boxman again coming up in between boys and girls contest. Just started the contest, Trendy Schlabach. Her first shot is up and down off the left block. Good looking turnaround there for the junior. Hanover will be light full court man-to-man pressure here defensively as Axtell works right to left. Possession down low, right block. Maggie Strothman kicks it out high of Audra Costal, but rolled in now around the horn. Skip pass left corner. That'll be Detweiler inside the paint to Natalie Strothman, up and down for her first bucket. It's 2-2 here early on, first quarter action. Juneman comes inside the lane, kicks it out. Again, last time these two teams met, it was a sub-state championship last year down in Blue Valley. Anna Juneman had 20 points in that contest. Axtell will look to key on her here tonight. Here's Leah Juneman, the high arcing three. Shot up, missed, but offensive rebound. Drew Bruna on the long board. Something about those 3 balls always lead to long rebounds. Got to be prepared for that. Juneman gets to her spot inside the paint and drops it down for 2. Good contest inside from the 6'1" freshman Maggie Strothman, but Juneman just found that spot. Lefty likes it right inside the left high post, and it goes down for 2. Early Hanover lead 4-2, first quarter action. Axtell team likes to work it in, plays good offensively, takes good shots. Now here's a 3-second call down low on Axtell, first turnover of the game, and that will bring in the first substitution as well. First one off the bench, it'll be Ava Broschman. She will check out Audrey Costal. So now the 4 freshmen on the floor, Caitlin Detweiler, Regan Hazenkamp, Maggie Strothman, and Ava Broschman, a big part of this future for this Eagles team. They've got a lot of playing time here this season, and we mentioned in the opening, it's shown offensively. Axtell scoring north of 42 points per game last 2 years, right at the 34 mark. 3-ball Drew Bruna is off, a rebound being fought for, and Leah Juneman comes out of there with it. Good offensive board for Juneman. Slow-moving offense, first quarter action, 3 minutes into the ball game, 4-2 Hanover. Juneman gets to her spot, left elbow, kicks it out. Trendy Schlabach thought about a 3, now kicks it. Drew Bruna, left block, around the horn, winds up at the hand of Gracie Bruna, right corner, trying to work it inside the Trendy. Little screen and roll from Gracie and Drew. Now back out to Trendy, top side. Trendy's going to step into a 3-ball straight on. That's off the rim, right? But another offensive rebound on this possession for the Hanover Wildcats. Second one here. We'll see if they can turn it into points. Swings it left corner. Juneman trying to go baseline. Good defense there from Caitlin Detweiler to cut her off. Schlabach, another one for the free throw line. That one will not drop down. Great defense there by Hanover early on in the first 4 minutes of this ball game. A little handoff action. Detweiler free throw line. Shot up, no, but offensive rebound inside Maggie Strothman. Turnaround shot is good for Maggie. It's 4-4 early in this ball game. Caitlin Detweiler, a good point guard here for the Eagles this season. Doggett head coach Brad Brockstrom helps relieve that pressure that the teams have applied on Axtell over the seasons and really allows this offense to find a rhythm and get going. Here of late, though, hasn't turned into wins as Axtell lost 3 of the last 4, but have faced tough competition. 3-ball Gracie Bruna, that's hard off the back iron, no dice. Rebound pulled down by Strothman. Eagles won't run it near as much. Very, again, consistent on the offensive side of the ball. Deliberate, too, in their pass attempts. So Axtell looking for the first lead of the game here, and it will be a turnover travel call on the Eagles. That'll allow first possession to come in off the bench. It'll be Nora Heinen and Allie Shale. First two called off the bench for head coach Chris Beichman. They'll check Leah Juneman, Trinity Schlabach, I believe that is who they check out. 4-4 early third quarter action. Max Blasky with you here as Hanover battles Axtell. Drew Bruna from the left block, no good. The defensive board pulled down Natalie Strothman. So far early on, Axtell's interior defense has been pretty solid. We'll see if they can get some points up off the board. Inside, good give and go, and one for Maggie Strothman. Beautiful pass from Reagan Hazenkamp down along the baseline. We'll see our first and one opportunity and free throws here of the night as the personal foul. I believe it went on Gracie Bruna. Free throw is down for Strothman. Sent at a different angle here from the home of the Wildcats, usually on the stage on the west end if you're familiar with the gym, but over on the east end amongst the fans here tonight with us broadcasting on BV TV, so don't quite get to see the foul position from the south scoreboard, but we'll make do here tonight. First lead of the night for Axtell, 7-4 here early on first quarter in what's been a low-scoring first quarter. Hanover has been very deliberate on offense, working it inside out. Here's a kick out now, Nora Heinen, as they try and do the same thing. Nora all the way to the rim. A foul will be called on Maggie Strothman down low as she tried to get around the defender on the baseline. Bruna did a good job to seal off her defender. Quick inbounds, looking for a pass, now tipped away and stolen by Ava Brockstrom. Turnover forced by Axtell as they lead a slow-paced first quarter, 7-4. Inside, Natalie kicks it to Maggie, up and down, high-low action for the Eagles. Maggie Strothman now with 6 points in this quarter. She's 3 for 4 from the floor. And Axtell holds on to a 4-point lead. Nora Heinen goes hard to the rim and drops it down for a bucket. Good-looking attack from the freshman. Scored double-digit points in the first tournament game for Hanover at the Twin Valley League tournament. Made a much bigger role after that one. There's Maggie again, and from that right block, Hanover cannot stop Maggie Strothman, already with 8 points, 8 of Axtell's 11 here in this first quarter. 4-at-1 in set for the Wildcats. Drew Bruna top side. Handoff dribble, kicks it Allie Shale, right wing. Looking for some action left side of the court for Juneman. Now they get it in the hands of Leah. Now a push or a touch foul will be called far end of the bench. Substitution, Gracie Bruno will check out. Kennedy Cohorst will check in. Sophomore guard getting some early first quarter playing time here in this one. Allie Shale with it, left wing, 52 seconds on this first quarter clock. Nora Heinen steps into a three, but travels with it as she switched her pivot feet. So a Hanover offense that averages 50 points a game sets here at 6 with 47 seconds left in the first quarter, and a good defensive plan from head coach Brad Brockstrom early in this one. High screen action, it's going to be lost by Detweiler. Hanover takes that one away. Just tried to dribble right into the teeth of the Wildcat defense. Shale with the top side, kicks it to Juniman. Anna pumps on a 3, now drives left. Little give and go with Shale, left wing. 25 now on the shot clock. Kennedy Cohorse right wing will be fouled as a little too aggressive was Reagan Hazenkamp. That'll be her first personal foul. And we're going to see Hannah Zarbanicki check in for the final 24 seconds. So all 9 that Coach Beichman goes, we've seen him here in this first quarter. Anna Juniman sets it up with 22 on the shot clock. 11-6 is your score. Axtell with the first quarter lead. Left block, Nora Heinen inside. A lot of contact and foul shots upcoming now as Natalie Strothman got every bit of that foul. Had a coach tell me one time, if you're going to foul, might as well foul him hard. That one will send Nora Heinen to the line. First free throws for Hanover in this contest. Heinen drops down the first one. Hanover jumped out to an early 4-0 lead, but since then it's been back and forth. Axtell took the lead at about the 3-minute mark and hasn't looked back. Second free throw up and down for Hyman. 4 points now for Nora in this first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Right side, Regan Hazenkamp off to Brocksterman. Brocksterman fires it up, but it's going to be partially tipped out of bounds and will stay with Axtell with 0.5 on the shot clock. Good defense by Hannah Zarbanicki on that defensive play. Last play of the first quarter. Let's see what we got with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now we've got a sub. Maggie Strothman's going to check in. Strothman, the story of the first quarter, will highlight her when we come back after this break. Final 0.5 on the shot clock. 4 out wide set, up to Brocksterman, gets it off. Shot will be missed as we go at the end of the first quarter. Axtell with the 3-point lead, 11-8.
The ND Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame building. Give them a call for stud frame building with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. The ND Building, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. The ND Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. The ND Buildings at 785-294-0147.
You work night and day to get the crop in. You worry about the weather. You worry about prices. You have repairs to deal with at the worst possible times. It's a lot of work and a lot of worry. But when it's all said and done, you wouldn't trade places with anyone. Making things grow is in your blood. It's in ours, too. We're a community ag bank. Citizen State Bank. Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
Best word I can describe that first quarter, it was a slugfest. Axtell leading 11-8. The end of the first, Maggie Strothman is 4 for 5 from the floor, leading scorer with 9 points for Axtell, 2 points for Natalie Strothman. On the Hanover side, Nora Hyman, freshman off the bench, leading scorer with 4. Anna Juniman, Trinity Schlabach, both with 2. Now we're going to have a foul coming out of the quarter. Brad Kendi Cohorse, Hannah Zarbanicki, Allie Shale, Nora Hyman, and Anna Juniman will be out there for the Wildcats. As for Axtell, it'll be Maggie and Natalie Strothman down low, Reagan Hazenkamp, Ava Brocksterman, and Caitlin Detweiler. Hannah Zarbanicki from the free throw line drops it down. Good looking shot there from Hannah for her first points. Stay tuned next week to KNDY as we highlight area FBLA students or activists too as well. I believe we got one there from the Wildcats. Hannah Zarbanicki at the other end. Good little answer from Caitlin Detweiler as she works her way into the paint. Axtell answers back the 2-ball from Hanover to hold on to the 3-point lead. There's Anna Juniman looking a little more aggressive. Anna had one shot. She made it in that first quarter. Now Hanover looking to turn it up defensively here in this one. This one through the hands of Hazenkamp. Turnover Axtell. They've held those to a minimum, only 4 here through the first quarter and change. Hanover looking to regain the lead. They led early 4-0. Axtell took the lead about the 3 or so minute mark. Here's Juneman from the free throw line, drops it down. Don't want her to get started from the mid-range. She's 3 for 3 now from the floor, and Axtell regains the lead 14-13. 6:32 left first quarter action. Inside, good pass, but a foul will be called on Maggie Strothman, and that's a big one for the freshman. That's number 2. Gave a little shove off in the back there to the defender. As now substitution for the Axtell girls. Avery Bussing will get her first action in this second quarter. Number 1 that checks in for Brad Brocksterman's team. Kennedy Cohorst 3 for Hanover. That one's off the mark. Board pulled down by Axtell. Now here's some full court pressure applied by Gracie Bruna. Detweiler does a good job. Gets it off to Natalie. Natalie crossed the timeline awfully close to 10, but they do get it off. Right side, Bussing now swings across court. Brocksterman from the elbow, shot up. No, more of a pass. Up with the shot was Maggie Strothman, but a little hard off the rim. Here comes Hanover, holding on to that 1-point lead they just gained moments ago. Axtell led by 3 at the end of the first quarter. Now 14-13, 5:40 left to play here in the second. Right side, Anna Juneman gets all the way to the paint. Off the glass, no good. Board pulled down Maggie Strothman. Anna's first miss on from the floor here tonight, and a good board inside by the freshman. Be a key for Axtell here tonight against Hanover. Don't give them free opportunities. Already saw Hanover get 2 offensive rebounds on 1 possession earlier in this game. Substitution here as the ball's knocked out of bounds. Drew Bruna and Trinity Schlebach into the contest. Nora Hyman and Kennedy Cohorst to the bench. And also will go Ava Brocksterman and Avery Bussing for the Eagles. Back in will come Aubrey Costel and Natalie Strothman. And Maggie Strothman. So Maggie out there with 2 fouls. Coach Brocksterman rolling the dice here in this second quarter. Not a bad deal. Here, though, is a bad pass. Anna Juneman takes it away to the other end, up and down for 2. What she does so well, baits those cross-court passes in. That was a pass from the left corner the right corner all the way over to the left wing, and it was tipped like a good defensive back, taken in for 2. It's now a 3-point lead for Hanover. Natalie Strothman tries to work inside, kicks it out. Detweiler straight on 3. That's off the rim. No good, excuse me. Rebound pulled down by Hanover. Juneman across the timeline, working left to right, feeds it left block. Trinity Schlebach kicks it. Drew Bruna from the free throw line. That's off the back of the iron. Offensive board, though. Anna Juneman and the 1 on the putback for Anna. Warming up here now in the second quarter. 4 for 5 from the floor. Already in double figures with 10. And now an opportunity for an old-fashioned 3-point play. Regan Hazenkamp and Aubrey Costel to the bench. Back in will come Avery Bussing. Free throw was missed from Juneman. Ava Brocksterman, another one in for the Eagles. It's been all Hanover here in the second quarter. Inside, Maggie Strothman goes right into the arms of Trinity Schlebach. They'll get a foul on the junior down low. Head coach Chris Bikeman doing a little coaching on that one. It's a good job by Maggie. Just went right into the extended arms. First free throw is off the front of the rim. Maggie, again, a big first quarter. She had 9 points. She had 9 of Axtell's 11 in that first, but since then has been quiet for the freshman down low for the Eagles. Second free throw up coming from Strothman. That one's off the back of the rim and down. Good looking shot, now double digits for Maggie. Boys game going to come up next here after this one as the boys are coming out getting ready for halftime warm-up. Stay tuned as it's going to be a great one as a Twin Valley League Tournament Championship game matchup will ensue between Hanover and Axtell. Drew Bruna misses a shot on the offensive end. Back go the Eagles here right to left. Avery Bussing up top, thought about a three. Detweiler head fakes on one. Still working at left wing. Looking for a skip pass. Back to the left wing for Axtell. Cross-court skip pass about taken by Juniman, and now a travel will be called on Ava Brocksterman, hounded by Anna Juniman on that right wing. Turnover Eagles, and here comes Hanover leading by 4. Again, Axtell led at the end of the first quarter 11-8. They really slowed down a Hanover offense until two late free throws by Nora Hyman. But here in the second quarter, different story. Good little pick and roll between Trendy Slayback and Juniman. Anna, that is. Trendy couldn't finish. Left side of the rim, good defense on the recovery, though, by Maggie not to foul. Maggie playing with 2 fouls out there for Axtell. Leading scorer with 10 in the ballgame for the Eagles. Pass will be tipped out of bounds, and they'll stay with Axtell. A reminder that every broadcast here on KNDY is available to listen back at kndyradio.com, or if you're watching on BVTV Channel 3, go to the Blue Valley YouTube channel, and you can watch back any of the broadcasts from the TVL tournament this week or the other week, too, as well, when we had one. Eagles turn this one over, and Leah Judeman comes out of the pack with it. Trendy Schlabach quickly to the right block, looking to make a move. Kicks it out now to Leah. Judeman will reset around the horn over to Anna, left wing. Anna to the free throw line. That's the spot off the rim, but offensive rebound, Gracie Bruna. Bruna will reset it for the Wildcats. Schlabach makes a move, now right block for Trendy. Trendy turnaround shot over the left shoulder, no good. Good hustle by Leah Juneman to go for the offensive board. And I believe we've got a foul, though, on Leah. That'll be her first personal foul going for that offensive rebound. Yeah, first quarter action. Axtell led 11-8. They held Hanover to 2 of 10 shooting, while Axtell only missed 2 shots, was 5 from 7. But again, second quarter, a different story. Axtell has only scored 3 points. Anna Juneman alone has 8 for the Wildcats, and Brad Brocksterman calls the timeout. He'll take a 30. We'll take it with him. 2:08 here before halftime. 4-point lead for Hanover.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting, no job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
Plenty of basketball coverage the next couple days on KNDY. If you're looking for some more tonight, swing on over to AM 1570, FM 94.1. Marysville hosts Rock Creek as Bruce Dierking has the call on that contest. Then coming up, it's the second edition of the Sunflower Showdown. This one from the home of the Wildcats in Manhattan, Kansas. 1 p.m. tip-off. That'll be a 12:30 pregame here on FM 95.5, noon pregame for Wyatt Thompson and the gang over on AM 1570, FM at 94.1. Let's see if the Eagles can find some offense coming out of that timeout. Again, only 3 points here in this second quarter as Hanover has opened up a 4-point lead. This 2-3 defense, very hounding, and here's a pass taken away by Drew Bruna inside. Leads to a run out. Juneman at the other end drops it down. And the Hanover offense we're used to seeing. Anna Juneman now 5 for 7 from the floor here in the second quarter, already with a dozen in the game. Natalie Strothman, other end, looking to be aggressive, misses the shot, but Anna Juneman comes out of there with the ball again. Anna off and running, leads to Leah. Leah up and down for 2. And just like that, Hanover puts a 4-0 run on the Axtell Eagles out of the Axtell timeout, and it is 22-14 in favor of Hanover. Eagles break the pressure. Juneman about takes it away from Strothman. Here's Broxman, left corner 3. Rush, that's an air ball. Not a good looking shot. Quickly the other way. Juneman fakes on a 3, left corner. Now up top for Gracie. 60 seconds left in this second quarter. Coming up at half, we'll check scores if they're available. From Jeff Wirtz over at the TVL Spotlight and Bruce Dierking over on KNDY FM 94.1 AM 1570. Final 45 seconds of this one. Anna Juniman sets up a play. Drew Bruna left block, double team through the double team, gets a shot up. No dice on that one as Drew having a rough night from the floor. Let's see if Axtell can get a bucket here. Final 30 seconds, trailing 22-14. Hanover defense has caused them trouble in this second quarter. We'll highlight that at halftime. Maggie Strothman, right block, had success early, not that time, but on the offensive rebound, drops it in for a bucket and a possible big one for the Eagles to cut it down to 8. Juniman, left wing with 7 on the clock, gets the baseline, kicks it out Schlebach, 5 on the clock, kicks it to Anna, gets a screen from Trinity, spins. Drew Bruna gets it off, and it's blocked at the buzzer by Natalie Strothman, and that's how we end the first half of this ball game. Through 2 quarters of play, Hanover comes back in the second to lead Axtell 22-16. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, recap of the first half here on our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week. Marysville Dental Care, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your #1 rated dentist in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. Again, halftime of the girls contest, 22 for Hanover, 16 for Axtell. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Not everyone's going to become a Lennox dealer, so you'll be glad to know when you buy a Lennox from Hanover Electric Incorporated, you not only get the
10,
best
12,
products
14.
in the business, you also get a traditional experience in making sure your home is as comfortable as it can be. Because every independent Lennox dealer must pass the Lennox Quality Dealer Standards Program, the toughest test in the industry. And what it means is you get a dealer you can always count on. Lennox, one less thing to worry about.
Don't we all wish it was sunny and 70 degrees outside? Good news, this is the Midwest, and while it probably won't be tomorrow, those days aren't far off, and neither is planting season. Reviewing machinery insurance values before it comes out of the shed is easier than during playing time. We work with several different companies to offer options tailored to your individual operation. Give us a call, and one of our many knowledgeable farm agents would be happy to come out and help.
SBS Insurance, the home team. The answer is yes.
Main Street Market in Hanover is a proud supporter of all Wildcat athletics. Stay up to date on all the new deals, sales, and more by visiting their Facebook page. Stop by and check out everything they have for your next gathering, family event, or game day. When holidays roll around, don't fret. Main Street Market has you covered. Sure to have everything you need to keep the family full and happy. That's the Main Street Market, downtown Hanover, your local hometown grocery store.
Thank you for calling Big Tech. Your wait time is approximately 25 minutes.
This Valentine's Day, break up with the big guy and fall in love with faster, more reliable internet connection with Blue Valley technology. It's okay for things to move fast with symmetrical speeds and no data caps. We'll always be here for you with our 24/7 technical support. If you're looking for a lasting internet connection, call 877-876-1228.
Stay informed with everything happening inside the athletic programs of the Twin Valley League with the TVL Rundown every Thursday on KNDY during the 7 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m. news block. Catch myself, Max Blasky, and Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Spotlight as we discuss Axtell, Centralia, Frankfort, Hanover, Lynn, Valley Heights, and Washington athletics every Thursday during the KNDY news block or online as a podcast at KNDYradio.com. KNDY has your sports covered.
Of course, stay up to date with the TVL Rundown and live here with basketball action from Hanover, Kansas. Halftime score 22-16 in favor of Hanover over Axtell. Axtell led at the end of the first quarter 11-8. They really mucked up that first quarter. Hanover only shot 2 for 10 from the floor, while Axtell shot 5 for 7. They were led by Maggie Strothman in that first quarter with 9, but a completely different second quarter. Shooting-wise, fairly similar. Hanover goes 7 for 14. Axtell only 2 buckets on 8 attempts as Hanover outscores Axtell 14-5. The difference, turnovers. Axtell, I know I've harped on turnovers all season, but here we are again. 4 turnovers for Axtell in that second quarter, but what was different about them, 3 of them were live ball turnovers. So that's a 18-point swing if Axtell's able to get a score. Instead, they turn it over. Mainly Anna Juniman putting in for 2. Speaking of Juniman, she leads all scoring now with 12 points. She had 10 in the second quarter. 4 points for Nora Hyman, all off the bench for Hanover. 2 points apiece for Trendy Schlebach, Hannah Zarbanicki, and Leah Juneman. Drew Bruna so far for the Wildcats held scoreless 0 for 6 from the floor. Hanover goes 2 for 3 from the free throw line in the first half. 2 turnovers for the Wildcats. For the Axtell Eagles, they were led by Maggie Strothman. She had 12 points in that first half. Again, 9 in the first quarter. 2 for Natalie Strothman and 2 for Caitlin Detweiler is all the scoring the Eagles were able to muster in that first half. Axtell as well was 2 for 3 from the free throw line. They, though, in the first half had 7 turnovers. Again, the last time these two teams met, a sub-state championship game last March 2nd down in Blue Valley. It was a 54-32 win for for Hanover. And in that game, just like the first half, only 4 Eagles scored, led by Kaylee Sandman last year. She's gone, though. Who will step up in the second half for Axtell? We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at action elsewhere around the Twin Valley League on a Friday night here on KNDY FM 95.5.
As a business owner, you've worked hard to build your operation. Faced with constant challenges, we know how important it is when it comes to protecting the future of your company. Blue Valley Insurance offers a variety of plans to ensure you're properly covered, from shielding you against financial loss to protecting your employees. With one comprehensive policy, you know you'll have the coverage you need when you need it. Contact Blue Valley Insurance with offices in Glen, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
And Max Blasky back with you here on a Friday night. KNDY FM 95.5, online at KNDYradio.com or in the free KNDY mobile app. Download that and take all your local news, weather, and sports wherever you go. Also, a big appreciation to Blue Valley Technologies having us on BV3 or BVTV Channel 3. I'll spit that out correctly maybe once here tonight. Appreciation to Danny Ackerman getting that set up for us here this season. Has been a joy all the way along. Looking at some halftime scores here as we're about ready to get started with second half action. Jeff Wirtz over at the TVL Sports Spotlight keeping us updated. Valley Heights leads Chapman 25-18 at halftime. Centralia girls are up on Onega 34-21. And elsewhere, last check update, Clifton Clyde led Donovan West 9-6 in a girls matchup. That's a big, important matchup for the Twin Valley League standings. Looking at those league standings, Centralia looks like they might run away with this league, now undefeated on the season. The next closest opponent is Hanover, whose both losses are to the Wildcats and Clifton Clyde and Donovan West. There we go, all with 2 losses. So the Eagles and the Mustangs battling out there in that one will be a good one to keep track of. Again, swing on over to the TVL Sports Spotlight on Facebook. And while you're on Facebook, if you haven't liked KNDYradio.com, go and do that too as well. Second half action coming up here for you. It's going to start with, again, a Hanover lead, 22-16. Eagles jumped out to an 11-8 lead in the first quarter, but then offense went silent, thanks in part to a Hanover defense. This Wildcats defense over the years under head coach Chris Bikeman, not near as, how do I want to word this here real quick? Kind of put the hammer down, put the pedal to the metal. We'll just shut out a team. Last 2 years, this Hanover defense only allowed 30 points per game, and of course that was en route to back-to-back state championships. This year, Hanover allowing right at 40 a game, but still a very dominating team defensively. Will be a threat in the Class 1A Division II rankings. And of course the Axtell girls looking for a possible run at a state tournament with these new setups here in the state of Kansas. Again, this is a big one for the sub-state record, as in the Teskett sub-state, which both Hanover and Axtell are in. Again, with Lynn, it is Hanover, Lynn, and Axtell all in the top 5. There's a good-looking bucket to start off the second half. Natalie Strothman, who is fairly quiet for an Eagles team, works her way all the way down the left baseline, up and under for her second bucket here tonight. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Again, first quarter was led by Axtell. Maggie Strothman had 9 points for the Eagles. Then Anna Juniman, the 1,000-point scorer, and Kansas Wesleyan commit, turned it on in the second quarter for double digits to finish with a dozen. Shot is missed by Drew Bruna. Leah Juniman gets the board, but a block by Maggie Strothman, and that's been a portion of this game that I've noticed so far, as Axtell inside has not backed down from the challenge. Unofficially, that's 3 blocks now for an Axtell defense. Caitlin Detweiler winds up a triple. That's off the front of the rim. Second half starters, same as first half for both teams. For Axtell, Caitlin Detweiler, Reagan Hazenkamp, Aubrey Costal. Down low, Natalie and Maggie Strothman. As for the Hanover Wildcats, Gracie Bruna, Leah Juniman, and Anna Juniman out front, while Trinity Schlebach and Drew Bruna hound the middle. Schlebach, before mentioned, gets a shot off the right block, misses that one. Eagles control. Back comes Axtell, working left to right. Right side, Natalie Strothman, feet on the line. Shot is missed, but offensive board put up, not on that one by Hazenkamp. Now here's Maggie Strothman on a third opportunity. Can't get it. Good looking opportunities there for the Axtell Eagles, but they just couldn't buy a bucket. We saw Hanover get one possession with a handful of offensive rebounds. Let's see what Axtell defense has, though, as Anna Juniman fires up a 3 from the right corner. That's off the mark, no good. Board pulled down, Maggie Strothman. Anna's first 3-ball attempt in this contest. If you stick around in between the boys and girls contest, we'll talk to both head coaches of the Eagles and the Wildcats. As one of those coaches, Brad Broxman, takes a timeout, we'll take it with him. 5:45 left to play in the contest. Hanover in the lead, 22-18. We'll be back to our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week in 30 seconds.
Landall Company in Marysville is now hiring for various positions. Excellent pay, growth potential, and outstanding benefits that include annual wage reviews, incentive bonus with 60% of profits given back to employees, attendance bonus, comprehensive insurance plan with $500 deductible, paid time off, paid holidays, 401k, and much more. Apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability welcome.
5:45 left to play in this girls contest. Again, don't go anywhere. Boys contest will be an exciting one as well. It's a rematch of the Twin Valley League Tournament Championship game won by Axtell 70-61 back on January 25th. Eagles on a roll. Hanover looking for a little revenge. Inside Maggie Strothman, a miss, but a rebound for Natalie, and she will be fouled. And I believe now free throws upcoming here for Natalie Strothman as Trendy Schlebach picks up the personal foul. No real foul trouble for either team here in this third quarter. Maggie Strothman did have 2 in that first. So far, not a 1. That was not a shooting foul, so an inbound will be thrown in, but tipped away by Juneman. Again, Anna, such great instincts on the defensive side of the ball. Able to poke them away and get steals when others can't. Almost had another one there, but Eagles will control. Left wing, Reagan Hazenkamp will throw it up top, but Axtell will turn this one over. Off and running is Hanover. Juneman down the left baseline. Swing pass along the baseline. Gracie Bruna, she fakes on a 3. Now tries to force it inside to Schlebach and bounces it right into the hands of, I believe, is Maggie Strothman that picks up the ball. So back-to-back turnovers now here offensively in a game that hasn't had a whole lot of offense. Again, 22-18 here, 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Here's Maggie Strothman. She goes right into the arms of Trinity Schlebach and will draw a personal foul that'll actually go on Drew Bruna, who came over to help the defender. First personal foul on Drew, but free throws now upcoming for Maggie. Of course, without a lot of fouls, not a lot of free throws. Only 6 total in that first half between both of these teams. Maggie, though, shot 3 of them. She went 2 for 3 and hits the mark on the first one here. Substitutions as both Aubrey Kostel and Reagan Hazenkamp will check out. Ava Brocksterman and Avery Bussing will come into the ball game. Second free throw here for Strothman, drops that one down. Good night so far for the 6'1 freshman, 14 points on 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Good shooting as well from the floor, 5 for 8. Hanover offensively turns it over, is now back-to-back turnovers on the Hanover offense. We'll have to force in a sub. Hannah Zarbanicki. We'll check out Trendy Schlebach, who got caught for that 3-second call. Second 3-second call we've seen. Again, coming up in between these games, conversation with both Chris Beichman and Brad Brockstrom. Coach Beichman talks about his team and this season's expectations. Of course, back-to-back reigning 1A Division II chances. Anna Juneman blocks a 3 by Ava Brockstrom, big block there for Juneman. And she comes up with a big defensive stop. You hear Coach Beichman talk about what his team needs, as well as Coach Brockstrom's keys for the rest of this season, as the 3 is off the miss from Gracie Bruna. Leads up to a run out and up and down for Avery Bussing. Her first bucket here tonight on a nice pass near side cross court. It's all of a sudden tied at 22, and now a turnover. Hanover has the momentum on the side of the visiting Eagles. Substitution as Avery Bussing will go to the bench. Back in Reagan Hazenkamp. Again, this Eagles team led at the end of the first quarter 11-8. They really led 11-6 before 2 late free throws. Held Hanover almost scoreless in the first quarter on 2 for 10 shooting. Wildcats, like a good team, though, fought back in the second. But now here's Axtell with the back. Good post-to-post action as Maggie Strothman lays it in on a pretty assist from Reagan Hazenkamp. It is Axtell's first lead since the first half. Lead at the 3:30 mark here for Axtell. Shot inside by Zarbanicki is a miss. Board pulled down by the Eagles. Axtell just regained the lead, 2 points, 24-22, and drained a 3. Caitlin Detweiler without hesitation from the left corner. Drops down a big triple. It's a 5-point lead for Axtell. Here goes Anna Juneman, so good to slow down other teams' runs. So it's a quick 5-0 run for Axtell. 3 ball from Hannah Zarbanicki is a miss, and now a foul going for the offensive board. Who are we going to call that one on? It's It's going to be called on Axtell. That'll be Reagan Hazenkamp going for the board, and that'll force Chris Beichman into a timeout. We'll take it with them. Axtell takes a 5-point lead, 27-22. We're back in 30 seconds.
Equipment rentals from Hometown Lumber in Marion. Drywall tools, tile cutters, and more. Rent by the half day, weekend, or week. See the entire list online, including pricing, at axtelllumber.com or visit either location today.
Was making a comment earlier about improvements for Axtell girls every year under head coach Brad Brockman. The defense has got better and offense has got better statistically. Here they are hanging with the second-ranked team in Class 1A Division I. Actually, the first, got it mixed up. Hanover trailing by 5. 3-ball Anna Juneman is missed. Ava Brockman, a big defensive board. Smart there not to throw it right into Juneman either. She was baiting Ava into that steal. Natalie Strawman will bring it across the timeline, but she's going to get her pocket picked nonetheless. Natalie will pick up the personal foul after she turned it over. Hanover outscored Axtell 14-8 in the second quarter. Here in the third, it's been all Eagles as Axtell has managed no points, Hanover is still scoreless here, but now picking up a quick third personal foul is Natalie Strothman. So this 5'10 junior will have to be checked out. Reagan Hazenkamp will check in. Yes, you heard that right. I didn't think I said it right. Hanover has been held scoreless here in this third quarter. Let's see if they have an answer. Nora Hyman does not. Good defense from Maggie Strothman, and now it'll be out of bounds off of Hanover. Good interior defense from the Eagles. Full court pressure now turned up by Hanover. Haven't seen it much tonight, and it forces that turnover by Caitlin Detweiler. She was trying to get it left side to Avery Bussing, but Juneman was standing there, baited her into a turnover nonetheless. At least it wasn't a live ball turnover. 5-point lead for Axtell, 2:15 left to play, third quarter action. Top side, Hannah Zarbanicki fires a three, no, but offensive board, Drew Bruna up and down for two. Drew's first points come at the 2-minute mark in this third quarter, and it was a big one for this Hanover offense. Now a foul will be called on Anna Juneman as Reagan Hazenkamp did a good job to hold her ground just as soon as she crossed half court. Personal foul number 1 on Anna, third in the quarter for Hanover. Allie Shale will check into the contest for Hanover. Out will go Hannah Zarbanicki. Out there for Axtell, Ava Brockman, Maggie Strothman, Avery Bussing, Caitlin Detweiler, along with Reagan Hazenkamp. For Hanover, it is Gracie and Drew Bruna, Nora Heinen, Allie Shale, and Anna Juneman. 3-ball is way off from Reagan Hazenkamp, leads to a run out on the air ball. Gracie Bruna will take it to the rim, but a foul will be called. No shot was attempted. Who will that go on? Reagan Hazenkamp. So now all of a sudden some fouls starting to pile up for head coach Brad Brockman. That's going to be 4 now on number 4. So Reagan has to play smart here before a sub comes in. Drew forces up a shot. Offensive board, Nora kicks it out. Anna a 3. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Gracie Bruna on the putback. Hanover with another opportunity. Juneman from the short corner. Shot no good. This one finally off of Hanover and will go over to Axtell. Hanover 3 cracks at it offensively before Malia Stahlbaumer is able to check into the contest. Out of bounds will be a timeout called. Brad Brockman will take it with him. Axtell leading 27-24. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Hanover Hospital and Clinic, we put the care back into healthcare. We believe that your health is more than just treating the symptoms. It is about building relationships, providing support in our community. We We are excited to introduce our newest physician, Dr. Tyler Schreiber, who is now seeing patients and providing top-notch compassionate care. Our team of providers are dedicated to providing personalized care to each and every patient we see. Come see Dr. Schreiber and experience the difference that compassionate care can make in your healthcare journey. Schedule an appointment today at Hanover Hospital and Clinic by calling 785-337-2214.
When agricultural conservation work is needed on your farm, call Barry Bussing with Bussing Construction in Axtell, offering dozer services on terrace and waterways. Improve the value and resourcefulness of your farmland. Contact Barry Bussing today at 785-799-5205 for conservation work that'll build better practices for the future. That's Bussing Construction of Axtell, 785-799-5205.
Hanover gets it in on the inbound, and now a foul will be called on Axtell. That'll send Wildcats to the free throw line as Ava Brockschman will pick up the personal foul. Hanover has been held to 2 points here in this third quarter. That lone bucket by Drew Bruna a few moments ago. As this Axtell defense has played well in the first and third quarters. We'll see what the final 8 minutes have in store. Is at the line for free throws is Nora Hyman. The 5'10 freshman high arcing free throw drops in from the sky for the first one. Second one upcoming for Nora. That's off the right side of the rim. No good. She goes 1 for 2. Full court pressure by the Wildcats. Avery Bussing is stopped in the backcourt. Now gets it off Maggie Strothman. 65 seconds left to play in this third quarter. Stahlbalmer with it, left corner. She's trapped by Gracie Andrew. Hanover defense very active now in a 3-2 defense. Switching it up on these Eagles. Cross-court skip pass. Ava Brockschman, 3. That one's going to be tipped by Anna Juneman, but offensive rebound, Maggie Strothman, and now free throws upcoming for Strothman. Head coach Brad Brockschman thought there was a foul on the three-ball shooter. I kind of thought there could have been 2 as well, but a clean block. Second for Juneman on a Brockschman 3 here tonight. As Gracie Bruna picks up the foul, trying to battle with Maggie Strothman down low. Free throw off the left side of the rim for Strothman. 2-point advantage for Axtell. 47 seconds left, third quarter action of our girls contest. Max Plasky with you here on KNDY FM 95.5. Second free throw from Maggie drops down. She hits the back half, makes this a 3-point advantage Axtell. Screen and roll up top with Anna and Drew. Kick out Drew Bruna, straight on 3. That's money, and a big one for Drew Bruna. She was 0 for 6 from the floor in the first half, comes out here 2 for 4 and ties the ball game at 28. Now Hanover almost forces a trap over on the far sideline. Allie Shale and Gracie Bruna get there on Avery Bussing. Final 25 seconds left. Axtell took the lead at the 3:30 mark here in the third quarter. Knotted up here at 28. Bussing with it, right wing, running clock. As we hit 11 seconds now. Action will start now here at 10. Bussing hounded by Hyman up top. A 5-second call will be called as great defense from Nora Hyman just hounded Avery Bussing out top of the key. Now Axtell looking for a big stop. Hanover looking for a score. Anna Juneman across the timeline, kicks it to the corner, and no shot will be taken as we go into the final 8 minutes, 28 all. We'll see who comes out on top after this.
Every great team has shared qualities that separated them from all else. Whether you're talking about the 72 Dolphins, the 92 Dream Team, the Fab Five, or the Magnificent Seven, you can count on one thing. The vision was clear and the commitment was obvious. High standards were set and improvement was never ending. At Sapp Brothers, our goal is simple: to be your #1 source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And we'll reach our goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Join our team, Sapp Brothers Petroleum, in Philly, Crete, Lincoln, Humboldt, and Hanover, Kansas.
If your car says, I need fixed, Call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
Axtell Eagles looking for a momentum-building win here late in the season as they are tied up with Hanover 28 all in our girls contest. First play out of the break will be a foul called on Drew Bruna, her second, as she set an illegal screen out top. So a turnover Hanover to start out this fourth quarter. Axtell outscores Hanover 12-6 in that third quarter. They outscored them in the first two as well. Let's see if this fourth is for the Wildcats or the Eagles. Natalie Strothman will start it with a three, left corner off the rim, no good. And an offensive foul will be called on Reagan Hazenkamp, and that will be it, if I believe that's who they put it on, going for the offensive line, and that will be it for the freshman. Reagan will foul out here at the 7:24 mark with no points on 0 for 2 shooting. One of four freshmen that play a vital role for an improved Axtell Eagles team, and we'll swap one freshman for another freshman. Ava Brockschman will now take the court. Starting fourth quarter, it will be now Brockschman, Aubrey Costel, Maggie, and Natalie Strothman along Caitlin Detweiler. Juneman misses her shot inside. As around Anna for the Wildcats, it will be Leah Juneman, Allie Shale, Trendy Schlebach, and Drew Bruna. Natalie, left corner. Hanover done a good job of trapping in the corners here tonight. Caitlin, the three, drops down. Caitlin Detweiler, her second big triple here tonight. Both here in the second half. Now it's a 3-point lead for Axtell. Anna Juneman, right wing, swing pass, kicks it left corner. Trendy Schlebach inside, two-man game with Leah Juneman. Juneman looking to drive inside. Now it's going to be Drew Bruna, a deep three, college three, no good on the shot. And now board is going to be fought for, and I believe a jump ball is what we're going to have. Yes, jump ball is what we're going to have. Possession over to Axtell. Anna Juneman had a big first half. She had 10 points in the second quarter, but so far now scoreless here through the back half of this contest. We'll see if she can turn it on for her Wildcats. Three ball Ava Brockschman, no good, but a foul will be called on Aubrey Costel. Second possession now in the second half that the Eagles have been called for an over the back or an offensive foul, going for a rebound on a missed shot. Eagles still in the lead, though, by three on the big three ball moments ago by Caitlin Detweiler. She hounds Anna Juneman now defensively. Man-to-man defense now for Axtell. Top side, Drew Bruna looking to go against Strothman. Kicks it left side, Juneman. Juneman looking to drive left. Brockschman forces her baseline all the way around the horn. Gets it back, does Anna in the right corner on the return from Leah. Now Trendy Schlebach, right block, kicks it, Drew Bruna. Low to high action, Drew just kind of puts herself through the middle of the lane, and a foul is going to be called on Axtell. Who will that go? That's Natalie Strothman. So now Strothman will foul out with 5 fouls. 2 now already for head coach Brad Brockschman, and his Eagles have fouled out here in the fourth quarter. Natalie Strothman exits with just 4 points in this contest. And if I remember right, leading scorer on the Eagles here tonight, or on the season, as Drew Bruna at the line misses the first one, claps her hands out of disgust, but big storyline for Axtell now. Natalie Strothman and Reagan Hazenkamp are fouled out for head coach Brad Brockschman, as going in will be Avery Bussing. Drew Bruna, though, can't hit either free throw. She goes 0 for 2 from the line. It's going to stay a 3-point lead for Axtell. Detweiler left side, kicks it in the corner now. Backcourt is going to be thrown. Leah Juneman tracks it down, touches it underneath her own basket, kicks it out. Allie Shale spot up three. No, halfway down and out. That would have brought the roof down here at Hanover, Kansas. Axtell avoids a dagger from Hanover. Let's see if they can extend this lead. Up by 3, 31-28. Eagles looking for an historic win. Shot inside by Aubrey Costal will be off, and now we have a lot of bodies going flying down along the baseline. Avery Bussing comes up grabbing her mouth. Looks like she got popped in the lips. It's going to go out of bounds off of Hanover as Gracie Bruno will check in for Allie Shale. Leah Stahlbaumer now in for Aubrey Costal. Stahlbaumer, Detweiler, Strothman, Brocksterman, and Bussing out there for Axtell. Gracie and Drew Bruno, Trinity Schlavach, Anna Juneman, and Leah Juneman out there for Hanover. Shot is going to be missed by Ava Brocksterman. Offensive rebound leads to a three. Can it be a second offensive board for Ava Brocksterman? No. And now a foul will be called in the backcourt on Axtell. Hanover had two opportunities there to put points on the board. Instead, it's going to turn into a foul on number 1, Avery Bussing. That's her first. Again, it's been the tale of quarters. Axtell outscored Hanover in the first by 3. Hanover came storming back to lead 22-16 at half. But Axtell doubles up Hanover in the third, 12-6. Now here in the fourth, it's a lone three ball by Caitlin Detweiler. That's the difference as we set at 31-28. Both coaches with 2 timeouts. Chris Beichman with 4. Inside, a foul will be called on Ava Brocksterman as she got every bit of Leah Juneman, and that will send Leah to the line for 2 free throws. And fouls starting to pile up now for head coach Brad Brocksterman. That's 5, so Hanover will shoot free points the rest of the way. Leah, good free throw shooter, drops down the first one. Second one upcoming for Juneman, drops that one down too as well. She goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Makes it a 31-30 game in favor of Axtell. 1-2-1-1 full court pressure. Eagles get it across the timeline. Brocksterman looking for help. Cross court somehow got to the hands of Bussing. Bussing high off the glass. No. Drew Bruno pulls down the board. Again, Axtell now without Natalie Strothman or Reagan Hazenkamp the final 4 minutes as they have both fouled out. Still with the 1-point lead, though, in favor of the Eagles. Gracie Bruno right side gives it inside to Drew. Looking for a little give and go. Drew loses it, gets it off to Leah, and now a foul will be called on Aubrey Costal as she was in the wrong place, wrong time. A body foul for Costal will send Juneman now back to the line for more free throws. Juneman here 2 for 2 from the line in this quarter. Hanover now their 5th and 6th free throws will drop down. Liam hits the first one. As first action into the game for Axtell will come number 10, Callie McClellan. Leah Juneman drops down both free throws. Good looking shots from her. As now it's a 1-point lead for Hanover. 32-31, 4 minutes left to play in this contest. Cross-court skip pass will be taken, and now a travel is called on Caitlin Detweiler. Eagles have done a good job of turnovers here in this game, but that one a little bit too quick with the feet movement. Let's see if Axtell has a stop in them as Kennedy Cohorst checks in for the Wildcats along with Nora Hyman. 3-ball, Nora straight on. That's off the rim. No good offensive board, though. Anna Juneman fires up a board. Second one for Nora. Third opportunity as Kendi Cohorst comes away with this one, and they'll reset it for the Wildcats. Left side working it, and now a timeout will be called for Coach Chris Beichman. We'll take it with them. 1-point lead for Hanover, 32-31. We'll be back after this.
D&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame building. Give them a call for stud frame building with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. B&D Building, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. B&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. B&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
See Andy Bruna at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover for a full line of your everyday hardware needs and all the building supplies you'll need to get the job done right. Just about anything you might need around the farm or home is found at Andy's, and always fast, friendly service when you need it. It just makes good sense to shop at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, Kansas, a proud Wildcat booster. That's Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover.
The last time Hanover girls and Axtell girls met, it was a 22-point win for Hanover last year in the Sub-State Championship. Here it's a 1-point lead for the Wildcats as we play the final 3:36 of our contest, 32-31. Good defense inside from Maggie Strothman as she forces the jump ball. Possession arrow back to Hanover as the Wildcats on this possession now turn it over as Nora Hyman was looking for Drew Bruna post-to-post action. This was a possession that Hanover had 3 offensive rebounds on and weren't able to get a bucket. Cross-court skip pass, Caitlin Detweiler. Baseball now left side as Avery Bussing will get it across the timeline, and now a hand check foul over on the far side of the court. Gracie Bruna a little too much contact. Walking Avery Bussing up that sideline. Reset for you. Out there for the Eagles, Avery Bussing, Caitlin Detweiler, Aubrey Costel, Maggie Strothman, and Ava Broxterman. It'll be Gracie and Drew Bruna for the Wildcats, along with Anna Juniman, Nora Hyman, and Kennedy Cohorse. 1-point lead for Hanover. Inside, Maggie Strothman has it poked away. Good backside defense from Gracie Bruna to come up with that turnover. Maggie was wide open underneath, as so was Aubrey Costel. That was a for sure 2 points for Axtell. But Hanover defense comes in big. Good pass from Juniman to Hyman, and Hyman can't finish the bucket. Nora, a tough shooting night here in the second half, especially 0-4-4. Axtell within striking distance, 1-point contest. Anna Juniman gets her hands on it. Now quick swing right side. Caitlin Detweiler, a big 3 here in this third. The only points for Axtell. Now cross-court pass somehow gets Avery Bussing. Floater along the baseline is good for Avery Bussing. A 1-point lead for Axtell. Final 2:20 of this contest. 3-ball thought about it by Juniman, left wing. Now we'll kick it Cohorse in the corner. Looking Hyman down low. Hyman gets around Strothman, but a foul will be called on Maggie Strothman, going for the block to send the freshman Nora Hyman to the line. In the first half, saw 6 total free throws. This will be free throw attempt number 6 and 7 here for Hanover in this fourth quarter alone. Nora Hyman knocks down the first personal foul. Kendi Cohorse will check out. Leah Juniman back into the contest. Again, Axtell is without Natalie Strothman and Reagan Hazenkamp, both fouled out in the fourth quarter. Second one, Hyman, is good as money. 2 for 2 from the line. Coach Beichman takes a timeout. We'll take a 30-second one with him. We'll be back after this.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting, no job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
For a Goog time, head to Hanover. Goog's Bar and Grill is the happening place for food, drinks, and fun. Open 4 p.m. until midnight, Monday through Saturday, and the grill is always open late. Check out Mexican nights on Thursday with the best pizza anywhere all the time. Order by the half combo or full size with carryouts available too. Find Googs on Facebook and check out their daily specials as well as special events. Grab your friends, grab your family, or make some new friends. Where everybody knows your name, it's Googs in Hanover.
Everybody knows the home of Twin Valley League basketball here on KNDY. We've got a good one here tonight. Great press breakers set up as the assist from Aubrey Costal to Ava Brockstrom has the Axtell Eagles fans on their feet. 1 point lead Axtell, 35-34 and a defensive stalwart. Anna Juneman looking to get to that left elbow. Good job by the Eagles to switch everything man-to-man up top. Trinity Schlabach looking for some help. Right block, kicks it out, Anna. 1:45 on the clock. Anna gets to her left hand, kicks it in the corner, Gracie. Gracie drives middle of the floor, kicks it out. Leah, top of the key, Drew. Anna Juneman fires a three. That's off, no good. Maggie Strothman aboard. Here come the Axtell Eagles leading by one, 35-34, full court pressure. Avery Bussing has trouble with it in the backcourt. We're getting close to a 10, and head coach Brad Brockstrom will call a timeout to save a 10-second turnover for his Eagles. We're getting down to the wire. Final 60-second timeout. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Calling all ranchers and livestock owners. Safeguard your herd with livestock risk protection insurance. Protect your investment against market volatility and unexpected losses. Whether you raise cattle or pigs, ensure your livelihood with coverage tailored to your needs. Don't leave your profits to chance. Secure your future in the barn and the market. Livestock risk protection, because your animals and your bottom line deserve the best defense. Call SBS Insurance now to fence in your financial security.
You work night and day to get the crop in. You worry about the weather. You worry about prices. You have repairs to deal with at the worst possible times. It's a lot of work and a lot of worry. But when it's all said and done, you wouldn't trade places with anyone. Making things grow is in your blood. It's in ours, too. We're a community ag bank. Citizen State Bank. Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
Final 124 here. Hanover trails Axtell 35-34. Out there for the Eagles, Ava Brockstrom, Caitlin Detweiler, Maggie Strothman, Aubrey Costal, and Avery Bussing. Eagles are without Natalie Strothman and Reagan Hazenkamp. As for Hanover, it'll be Anna Juneman along with Leah Juneman, Drew and Gracie Bruna, and Natalie Trinity Schlabach. Foul will be committed by Anna Juneman just across half court. Foul situations. Hanover shoots free throws. That is only the third team foul on Hanover. So two more will force foul shots by Axtell. Here's a ball nearly tipped off of Caitlin Detweiler. Good hands by Gracie Bruna, but it'll stay in the backcourt for the Eagles. Axtell gets it in. Detweiler, middle of the court, looking to work against this Hanover defense. Middle pass tipped away, out of bounds off of Hanover. Good hustle, but that might be a break for Axtell as it goes in or onto their side of the court. Avery Bussing quickly into Maggie Strothman. 1:09 on the clock now. Hanover only with 3 fouls, got a lot to give. Detweiler looks to get downhill as Eagles will run clock. Right side, Aubrey Costal. Inside, Maggie Strothman. Shot no good. Our defensive board pulled down by Trinity Schlabach. Good defense there by the junior. Here comes Hanover with a chance to win, and Chris Bikeman will take a timeout. He'll take a full timeout to talk this one over. We will do the same. Final 50 seconds when we come back after this.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicle. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Not everyone's going to become a Lennox dealer, so you'll be glad to know when you buy a Lennox from Hanover Electric Incorporated, you not only get the best products in the business, you also get a traditional experience in making sure your home is as comfortable as it can be. Because every independent Lennox dealer must pass the Lennox Quality Dealer Standards Program, the toughest test in the industry. And what it means is you get a dealer you can always count on. Lennox, one less thing to worry about.
Hanover's 2 losses this year to the top-ranked team in Class 1A Division I Centralia. Right now, the 7-8 Axtell Eagles have the Wildcats on the road. Hanover with the ball, but trailing by 1. Drew Bruna, right baseline, off the fingertips of Gracie Bruna, and back to the Eagles. A good play call by Chris Bikeman. Got it to Drew at the high post. Gracie came sprinting around the wing, and now it'll be Axtell. Will they can they hold on to this without a turnover? No turnover. Drew Bruna at the rim misses, and a Juneman offensive board, and a foul will be called off the Axtell turnover. Bruna had a wide open bunny, kind of short-armed the shot, but it will stay with Hanover, and foul shots now upcoming for the Wildcats. 4th foul will be called on Maggie Strothman. Who else at the line but Anna Juneman? Her first one is off the rim, no good. 9th and 10th free throws shot by Hanover in this quarter after shooting 3 in the first. One more will tie it. Juneman, the lefty shot is up and down. That one knots us up at 35. Nora Hyman in for Trinity Schlebach. Do we have overtime upcoming? 39 seconds left to go. Each team with 1 timeout. Hanover with 3 team fouls. Axtell with 5. Axtell trouble getting it across half court. They do, though, to Ava Brocksterman. 30 seconds on the clock. Ava with it right wing. Top side to Caitlin Detweiler. Out there with Aubrey Costel and Avery Bussing. Bussing with it left wing. 20 on the shot clock. Hanover faithfuls counting defense. 15, and that will be where head coach Brad Brocksterman takes his last and final timeout. It'll be a full timeout, but we will keep it right here for you as we near the end of a great girls contest. 35 all, final 14.6 seconds left to play. If you're just joining us, Axtell jumped out to an 11-8 lead at the first quarter. Hanover flipped the script going into halftime. They outscored the Eagles 14-5 to lead 22-16 at half. Axtell outscored Hanover 12-6 in the third quarter, and here in the fourth, it is a 7-7 here on the scoreboard in the fourth quarter in terms of points. All the points, too, from Hanover in this quarter have done from a free throw line. So I was giving a count about. Leah Juneman is 4 for 4. Nora Hyman is 2 for 2. And Anna Juneman, the biggest free throw maybe of this season, the back half of 2 free throws, just tied this game up at 35. Everyone's out of their timeout. Defensively, it'll be Drew and Gracie Bruna, Nora Hyman, Leah and Anna Juneman. It'll be Ava Brocksterman, Caitlin Detweiler, Maggie Strothman, Aubrey Costel, and Avery Bussing for the Eagles. Quick inbound to Detweiler, left wing, and a foul will be called on Nora Hyman. That'll only be 4. First foul on Nora. Yes, one more foul would send Axtell to the line for winning free throws. Now 12.5 on the clock. Detweiler top side, looking to get downhill all the way to the right ring. Travels, not going to be called. Kicks it out top. Aubrey Costel now inside to Strothman. Strothman trouble with it. Brocksterman fires up a shot. No good. And we are going to overtime in our girls contest. At the end of regulation, it is 35 all here at the end of this one. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, it's extra action here on KNDY.
Thank you for calling Big Tech. Your wait time is approximately 25 minutes.
This Valentine's Day, break up with the big guy and fall in love with faster, more reliable internet connection with Blue Valley Technology. It's okay for things to move fast with symmetrical speeds and no data caps. We'll always be here for you with our 24/7 technical support. If you're looking for a lasting internet connection, call 877-876-1228.
Nothing like a little extra high school basketball action. Our second to last Marysville Dental Care game of the week here for the regular season brings us a great one between Hanover and Axtell. I told myself I wasn't going to bring this up during the game. Here we go into overtime. I will re-mention this. Hanover has won 17 straight over Axtell. This was a game last year that was won by the Hanover Wildcats in the sub-state championship game by 22 points. This is a brand new Axtell Eagles team. This Hanover team too as well, new with who is out there, but still a great matchup and a lot of history between these two teams that have been in favor of the Wildcats. Axtell looking to change that here tonight. Starting out, same five for Hanover. Gracie and Drew Bruna, Trinity Schlebach, Leah and Anna Juneman. Out for Axtell, it will be Aubrey Kostel, Ava Brocksterman, Caitlin Detweiler, Maggie Strothman, and inside along with, Avery Bussing. First shot of the overtime is missed by Hanover. Axtell comes out of there with it. Getting close to 10 seconds. It's going to wind up all the way over in the left corner. Pulled up by Kostel. Here's Brocksterman, forces up a shot. No, that's a miss here in OT. Total changes over to overtime, 35-35. Leah Juneman inside, gets it to drop from the free throw line. A big bucket for Leah here in OT. Gives the Hanover Wildcats a 2-point advantage. 2:50 left to play. Aubrey Kostel with it, left corner. Thinks about a skip pass topside. Now skips it right corner. Detweiler swings it to Brocksterman. Back to Bussing. Right corner three is blocked by Leah Juneman. That's the third triple blocked by Hanover in this contest defensively. Now Axtell needs a stop. Both teams scored 7 in that fourth quarter as we came into overtime, knotted at 35. Leah Juneman, the lone bucket so far. Now Trinity Schlebach turns around, and a big one for the junior inside. Trinity had one of the first buckets of the first half and comes up big here with a 2-pointer in OT. Now a foul will be called in the backcourt on Anna Juneman. That'll be 3 personal fouls. But most importantly, in overtime rules, everyone gets free throws on foul shots. So we'll walk to the other end, and here comes Aubrey Kostel. You want to talk about cold here? In OT, Aubrey has not shot a free throw yet in this contest. Axtell only 7 attempts at the line here tonight, and that one's a miss on the first one from Kostel. Aubrey looking to make it a 3-point game. Deep knee bend, free throw up off the rim and drops in after hitting every single part. Good free throw though nonetheless. 3-point contest, 39-36. Axtell took the lead at the 3:30 mark in the third quarter, and it was tight from here on out. We went into overtime on an Anna Juneman free throw on the back half of 2 shots. Now here's Juneman, left corner, gets to her spot along the baseline, halfway down and out, no good for Anna. Defensive board, Brocksterman. Detweiler now brings it across the timeline. Across the Wildcat here at Hanover. Kostel, Maggie Strothman, high-low action. Up with the shot, no good from Maggie, but she's going to fight for the board, and now a jump ball will be called. Will stay with Axtell. Maggie has been a big story here tonight for the Eagles. 17 points, all of those through the first 3 quarters as she was scoreless in the final 8. Leading scorer for Hanover, it's Anna Juneman with 13. She had 12 in the first half. Brocksterman thinks about a 3, now drives and kicks. Detweiler a 3, right wing off, no good. Defensive board pulled up by Drew Bruna. Caitlin had a big 3 in that fourth quarter to give Axtell the lead, and now head coach Chris Beichman will take a full timeout as well. We're going to keep it right here, though, in the final 1:23. It'll give a chance for me to remind you that coming up here in between the boys and girls contest, we will talk with head coach Brad Brocksterman and Chris Beichman of their respective teams as we talk about how the season has gone and expectations going into sub-state. And then don't go anywhere. It's a another great contest in the boys matchup. The Hanover boys 10-4. Axtell boys 13-1 will match up for the second time this season. They matched up in the Twin Valley League Tournament Championship back on the 25th of January, with Hanover picking up the 19-point win. But an excellent one to follow here in the boys. Again, this game was 28-all going into the third quarter. Axtell outscored Hanover 12-6 in that quarter to come back from a 6-point deficit. Both teams scored exactly 7 in the fourth quarter. And here in overtime, it's Leah Juniman with the first bucket and Trendy Schlebach with the second, as it's a 3-point lead for Hanover, as Aubrey Kostel has one free throw for the Eagles. Gracie and Drew Bruna, Schlebach, Juniman, and both Junimans out there for Hanover. Brockschman, Kostel, Strothman, Detweiler, and Bussing out there for Axtell. Anna Juniman will now run it back out and reset with 65 seconds here in overtime. Guarded tightly by Caitlin Detweiler, and she's going to pick up a foul out at midcourt. That'll be Caitlin's first personal foul. But besides that, points now will be upcoming for Anna Juniman. Again, has been quiet here in the second half, but came up with a big free throw to send this game into overtime. Another big one there for the senior. Drops it in for the first one. Now a 4-point lead. Second one can make it 5. Lefty puts this one up. Shot off the front of the rim and down. Anna Juniman 3 for 4 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter and overtimes, as she tells her teams no fouls. Same 2-1-1 press. 2-1-2 press here for Hanover. 60 seconds left on the clock. Aubrey Kostel left side will get it going for the Eagles. Inside, Maggie Strothman is left wide open for an easy turnaround bucket. Back to a 3-point game. Juniman across the timeline. Will we get another foul here? 45 seconds on the clock. Hanover will look to run clock. Again, no shot clock here in Hanover. Foul will have to be given, or the Wildcats can run this one out. They've already taken 10 seconds off the clock. Now here's Brune out top. I'd foul her. No, they give it to Nora Hyman. Head coach Brad Brockschman wanting a foul. 25 seconds now off the clock. Hanover's won 30 seconds here off this overtime clock. 17 on there. Schlebach about loses it, but somehow gets it to Gracie. 12 on the shot clock. No foul, and now finally Ava Brockschman will get every bit of that personal foul as she sends Anna Juniman to the line for 2 more big free throws. But again, Hanover gets that ball with 45 seconds on the clock and runs it all the way down to 8 seconds before the Eagles commit a personal foul, trailing by 3. Sometimes when you do have a young team, these situations tend to not click every now and then. First one, though, for Anna is off. Second one here from Juniman can make it a 4-point game. 3-point game right now. Juniman puts it up. That's off the rim, no good. 3-point game. Strothman comes down with it, but now it's off the hands of Detweiler and back over to Hanover as Anna Juniman's pressure forced that one quickly into the hands of Caitlin. And what could be the final nail in the coffin here for the Lady Eagles. They played a heck of a contest, especially defensively against Hanover. Into the backcourt it goes. Anna Juniman will not be fouled now. We'll get a foul with 1.5 on the clock. It's a 3-point game, and this one can pretty much ice it for the Wildcats. Again, don't go anywhere as we'll have conversations with head coach Chris Brightman and Brad Brockschman coming up here in between the boys contest. We'll also recap the girls when we get back from our break, as we'll jump right into those conversations just as soon as this game is done. Also a look at national news, weather, and sports. Anna Juniman knocks down the first one. It's a 4-point game. Second one can make it 5. Juniman puts it up, puts it down. All 4 free throw makes by Anna Juneman in this overtime, and in overtime, it is Hanover who outlast Axtell 43-38. What a heck of a game, though, and a fight put up by the Axtell Lady Eagles. Axtell will now fall to 7-9 on the season, 3-7 in league play, while Hanover moves to 13-2, 8-2 in league play, as Hanover pulls away in overtime, winning this contest 43-38. We'll take a timeout, take a break for national weather and news, along as those coaches' conversations, as you listen to our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week broadcast here on KNDY FM 95.5, Marysville Dental Care, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your #1 rated dentists in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. A doozy in the girls. We expect a great one in the guys, so don't go far, as we'll be back after this.
Main Street Market in Hanover is a proud supporter of all Wildcat athletics. Stay up to date on all the new deals, sales, and more by visiting their Facebook page. Stop by and check out everything they have for your next gathering, family event, or game day. When holidays roll around, don't fret. Main Street Market has you covered. Sure to have everything you need to keep the family full and happy. That's the Main Street Market, downtown Hanover, your local hometown grocery store.
KNDY is proud to be your local sports leader. For over 40 years, KNDY has been bringing you the scores, interviews, and live play-by-play action of your favorite teams all season long, year after year. Not just playoff time. Times and technology change, but our dedication to area sports remain the same. KNDY Sports, on air, online, and on our mobile app.
ABC News, I'm Richard Cantu. Southeast of Nome, Alaska, searchers found the wreck of a Bering Air commuter airplane, a Cessna 208B, that had gone missing, 10 people aboard. The searchers say 3 bodies have been found inside what's left of the aircraft. Assistant Commander Ben McIntyre Coble not saying if the weather was a factor.
It's February in Alaska, and the weather is not been fantastic.
A federal judge in Washington, D.C. temporarily blocked the Trump administration plan to place 2,200 employees at the Agency for International Development on paid leave. 2 federal workers' associations say Trump doesn't have the authority for his swift dismantling of the agency. The president hitting social media to fire Kennedy Center Chairman David Rubenstein and other members of the center's board. He claims they don't share his vision of a golden age in arts and culture. This is ABC News. Doctors' office visits for flu-like symptoms indicate the worst winter virus season in 15 years. Bird flu has driven up egg prices. Several cases detected in New York City. ABC's Brian Clark with more.
After inspectors found 7 cases of bird flu at live poultry markets in New York City in the last week, Governor Kathy Hochul announced
we're issuing a notice and order to temporarily shut down all live bird markets in New York City, as well as in Westchester, Nassau, and Suffolk counties.
The order lasts for 1 week, and all markets will require a state inspection before they're allowed to reopen. Brian Clark, ABC News.
A cautionary tale about drunken driving comes to us from New York's Long Island, where a judge sentenced Amandeep Singh to up to 25 years in prison on his confession to being drunk and high on cocaine in a wrong-way crash in 2023 that killed 2 14-year-old emerging tennis stars and injured 2 more. Richard Cantu, ABC News.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available.
Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeastern Nebraska. Cloudy skies expected tonight with mixed precipitation possible at times. Lows dip down to about 30. Southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. A mix of clouds and sun tomorrow. Slight chance for mixed precipitation, changing to all rain. High temperatures reach up to 39. Lows dip down to about 18 tomorrow night. Cloudy skies expected. I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Currently 37.
Friday night basketball action. Marysville hosting Rock Creek. Girls and boys action live on AM 1570, FM 94.1. In our Friday feature game, Hanover hosting Axtell. Girls and boys live on FM 95.5. Valley Heights tips off at Chapman. Frankfort travels to Blue Valley. Saturday, Marysville hosting Centralia. Makeup games. JV tips off at 10. Girls varsity should be about 11:30. Boys to follow. Live on AM 1570, FM 94.1. Lynn tips off at Canton Galva. Also Saturday, Kansas State basketball tip at 1 o'clock. Live on FM 95.5.
Welcome into our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week Coaches Conversations as we prepare for a boys matchup between Hanover and Axtell. First, we're going to talk with both girls coaches, though. First, with head coach of the Axtell Eagles, Brad Brocksterman. Coach, your team has been up and down here since the Twin Valley League tournament. How do you feel, though, your team is playing at this point in the year?
I think our girls are playing, pretty good basketball right now. Obviously, there's things we need to improve on that we work on every day. But as a whole, I think they're playing pretty good.
Now, your team this year playing a bunch of freshmen, up to 4 on the floor at any given moment. How is getting those players' experience this year hopefully transferred to learn the lessons later on in their career?
We've got 7 losses, and 5 of those 7 came down to the last possession. So you're learning. We've lost some tough ones, and we've won some tough ones. It's just having that many girls with being freshmen, you're just going to have those mistakes. But all in all, I think that we're starting to clean things up a little bit, and I think we're going to be fine.
Now I want to take you back a few weeks, Brad, that TVL tournament. Many of these players, we talked about those freshmen a moment ago, but they experienced the Twin Valley League for the first time. How did they handle that week over at Frankfort?
Well, it's a tough week, especially, as anybody will say, there's no easy out on every team in this league. So, I thought we played well, played really well, actually. It's just, that Centralia game, obviously, they're a different type of team. They've got, 7, 8, 9, 10 deep. But the Clifton Clyde game, I thought, we were, up 6 with a minute left. That'd be a big win for our program. But all in all, I thought they handled it pretty well.
Now, as the end of the season approaches, how important is it just to continue consistency and playing good ball at this point in the year?
It's huge. Every game, we'll Bunsey, Hanover, we've got to go and play good basketball. Like I was telling the girls, after that league tournament is, hopefully we didn't peak too soon. We got to keep climbing, get better, and peak at the right time. And I think we have. I think we've grown since the league tournament. So as long as we keep growing, don't look at the win-loss record, just keep growing, we're going to be exactly where we want to be come sub-state.
Again, talking with Axtell Eagles girls head basketball coach Brad Brocksterman. Don't go anywhere as our conversation with Hanover girls head basketball coach Chris Spikeman is right up next after this break.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of your investments. I'm Liz Warren, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can be your financial coach. We get to know you first, then figure out how to help you work towards your goals. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. Call 785-562-5533 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Hi there, Chad Kramer here from Kramer Oil. Fuel costs for 2025 might be the last thing on your mind, but now is the perfect time to lock them in. As a family business, we take pride in delivering quality service you can count on. We've been here for you and will keep fueling your future. That's why we're offering a chance to secure your fuel rates for 2025. Don't wait. Call us at 785-562-2466 to book your fuel needs. Kramer Oil, fueling your future with confidence and a handshake you can trust.
Welcome back into our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week Coaches Conversation as we sit down now with head coach of the Hanover girls, Chris Beichman. Now, Chris, we're chatting with you before tonight's results. I want to take you back to the Valley Heights game from Tuesday night. You held a Mustangs team to 29 points. What impressed you the most about that contest in particular?
Really on the defensive end, we had a good focus on that end. Centralia did some things in that second half against us that didn't fit with us well afterwards. They got after us, made us rotate, and we were a little weak in our rotations in our zone. So we really focused on that on Monday and went to work on the defensive end. And that, as a coach, I took it on myself to make sure we were staying engaged on their shooters. You know, and if we are engaged on the defensive end, it usually translates to the offense getting some runouts and easy baskets. But you know, Jordan has those girls playing well. They took that away from us. So on the offensive end, we had to go work against a 1-3-1 zone that kind of packed it in on us and made us think a little bit early. And then when our post caught it, they were right there with a double team. So they had to work on a kick out. So to see somebody switch it up on that is great, because at this time of the year, you got to be ready for anything.
Now, Chris, many of these girls on this team, and you yourself included, are not unfamiliar with a state tournament run. And you talked about the 1-3-1 zone that Valley Heights threw at you. How important, though, is it, though, to be able to see those things, react in a game, and quickly find a way to adapt? Because when you do get into a sub-state, hopefully a state run, teams will throw things at you that you haven't seen before.
It helps tremendously. Like, you know, start of the year, we've had a couple teams throwing a box and one on Anna or a triangle two on a couple of our girls. You know, to see our girls work through that, and then I think halfway through that first part of the season, we ran into a Quinter team that slapped a full court man on us and really made us work up the court. And it didn't really turn us over, but it sped us up enough. And I think some teams took that blueprint and ran with it a little bit and made their own adjustments on it, which is one of the hardest things, best things, and most frustrating things about this league. We got so many good coaches and good players that are able to adjust and take a coach's game plan and run with it so well. And it is tough on us every year, but every year I think the success our TVL girls have had in the last 4 or 5 years, it proves why. I mean, every night it's a battle. It doesn't matter who's on the front of that jersey. You got to bring it, or they're going to do something that you haven't seen this year, and it's going to throw you off, and then you're in trouble late in that game, and who knows how things are going to go in this league.
Again, talking with Hanover girls basketball head coach Chris Beichman as we prepare for a boys matchup between Hanover and Axtell. Up next on KNDY.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas at Honeyman Auto Sales and Service. You'll find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
Planning new construction, if it's an outbuilding, storage, home addition, or a new home, the pros at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber will help you put together everything you need from start to finish. They can help you with your design with recommendations and cost estimates, helping you find the right product at the right price. And it's delivered free for you when you're ready, when you shop local. Everything you need for your dream home or a simple shed is at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. Visit with them today.
At Sunflower Community Credit Union, we're proud to give back to our community through initiatives like Debit for a Difference, a program that provides local educators with grants for their classrooms, which helps them make a difference in our schools, along with Save at School, an innovative way for students to learn the value of saving money. Kids can open their very own savings account, making financial education fun and accessible. Join Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville and become part of a financial family committed to your success and the success of our community.
Warm up with preseason savings on New Holland utility tractors from Can Equip. Get 0% deals or cash back offers on PowerStar, T5, Workmaster Utility, and T6 models. These powerful, comfortable tractors deliver from 40 to 126 PTO horsepower. Warm up with preseason savings now at Can Equip in Marysville. Offers end March 31st. Commercial use only. Customer participation subject to credit qualification and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
As always, a big thank you to head coach Brad Brocksterman and head coach Chris Bikeman for chatting with me. If you want to catch their conversations, you can find the full interviews online at kndyradio.com underneath the sports podcast tab, as they were our Coach's Corners guest there last week. It's game time now for a boys contest between the 10-4 Hanover Wildcats and the 13-1 Axtell boys. Before we get into that, though, final numbers from the girls game. If you're just joining us, Hanover wins in overtime 43-38. It was a 22-16 lead for Hanover at halftime. Axtell outscores the Wildcats 12-6 in the third quarter. It was 7-alls in the fourth, and Hanover outscores Axtell's 8-3 in overtime to come away with the victory. The Wildcats' 18th straight win over Axtell, as Axtell drops to 7-9. Hanover moves to 13-2. Final numbers from that game: Maggie Strothman, a big contest, 19 points, 12 in the first half for the freshman, 8 points for Caitlin Detweiler, 4 apiece from Natalie Strothman and Avery Brussing, and 2 from Ava Brocksterman. As for Hanover, they were led by Anna Juneman, 17 points, 8 from Leah Juneman, 7 from Nora Hyman, 5 from Drew Bruna, 4 from Trinity Schlabach, and 2 from Hannah Zarbanicki. Big storyline in the second half. Hanover goes 11 for 16 from the free throw line, while Axtell is only 4 for 6. Now we turn our attention to a boys contest. Again, a rematch of the Twin Valley League Tournament Championship back on January 25th. In that game, Axtell jumped out to a 25-10 lead in the first quarter and never looked back. Axtell was led by Colin Shaughnessy with 15 points, along with 15 from Logan Sandman, 14 from Brandon Schmelsley, 12 from Landon Schmitz, and 10 from Eli Brocksterman. Tanner Bruna did all he could with his third straight 20-plus point game in that tournament, as he finished with 22, but it wasn't enough, as again Axtell gets the win over Hanover back on January 25th, 70-61. That was the 6th straight win for the Eagles over Hanover, after Hanover won 6 straight over Axtell from 22-21. This is the 17th meeting in 6 years between these two teams, 3 apiece, and each of the last 4 seasons have all ended with these two teams meeting in the sub-state championship. Let's get a regular season matchup going here tonight. First starting lineups for the visiting Axtell Eagles, very similar. They'll go Landon Schmitz, the 5'10 junior, Wyatt Detweiler, Detweiler, the 5'9 sophomore, and Eli Brocksterman, the 6-foot senior, out on the wings. Down low, it'll be Brandon Schmelsley, the 6'2 senior, and Logan Sandman, the 6'4 sophomore, and maybe one of the most improved players in this entire league this year. Axtell Eagles under head coach Jason Tynan are 13-1, 8-0 in league play, and we'll start Landon Schmitz, Wyatt Detweiler, Eli Brocksterman, Brandon Schmelsley, and Logan Sandman. As for the home, Hanover Wildcats, again a familiar starting lineup we've seen the back half of this season. Cooper Bruna, the 5'9 freshman, Kadrick Cohorse, the 5'8 sophomore, and Braylon Mine, the 6'2 junior, out on the wings, while down low it'll be Cameron Juneman, the 6'1 senior, and Garrett Martin, the 6'4 senior, for head coach Corey Jensen and his Wildcats, now 10-4 on the season, 7-1 in league play. Hanover will start Cooper Bruna, Kadrick Cohorse, Braylon Mine, Cameron Juneman, and Garrett Martin. Both of these teams coming off wins. Hanover picked up a 69-50 win over Valley Heights in that game. Braylon Mine led the way with 26 points, 15 from Tanner Bruna, who might be the best sixth man in the Twin Valley League this season. We'll call his name often in the boys contest. As for Axtell, they're coming off a 65-44 win versus Wabaunsee. We mentioned Logan Sandman. He had 26 points in that contest. Axtell hasn't lost since December 30th versus Auburn of Nebraska. Hanover's last loss versus Axtell back on January 25th. It'll be Sandman. It'll be Martin in the jump circle. And we're off for a boys contest. First tip is going to be won by Axtell in the road blues. White Axtell on the chest, white numbers on the front and back. Hanover in the home white with cursive Wildcats on the chest, blue numbers front and back. Axtell works right to left here as we look at it on the south side of this gym. Hanover comes out in a 2-3 defense. Axtell, this first possession, a very deliberate team here on the season. Offense has been a stalwart at 62 points per game. Defense, though, very impressive as well at 40 points per game. Axtell offensively north of 60 as well. Defensively, though, allowing the most points in 2 years, 52 a game, as Eli Brocksterman's first three is going to be off the back of the iron and a miss. Possession arrow over to the Hanover Wildcats. Again, a lot of familiarities between these two teams and these two coaches. Fifth year for head coach Corey Jensen. Of course, the state championship in his first year. A second and third place finish from them. As for Jason Tynan, the 10th year for the Axtells. Kadrick Cohorse misses on one end. Landon Schmitz does the other offensively for Axtell. Of course, Axtell boys coming off a third place finish at the tournament last year, fourth 2 years ago, and a big three from Braylon Mine as he mean mugs the Hanover bench. It's an early 3-0 lead for Hanover. And the Wildcats crowd is into it here on the home side. Eli Brocksterman straightaway three. He misses. Mine a big rebound over Brandon Schmelsley. Back come the Wildcats, leading 3-0 here early on in this first quarter on a Braylon Mine triple. Again, the last time these two teams met up, Axtell jumped out to a 25-10 lead at the end of the first quarter as Mine misses the triple, goes out of bounds back to Axtell. But that was the story of the tournament, was the quick starts for this Axtell Eagles team. They jumped down Centralia's throat in semifinal action, winning that one 46-31 before jumping all over Hanover in the championship. Hanover did go on to outscore Axtell in the second and fourth quarters of that contest, but again, fell by 9. Here early on, 3-0 score as Colin Shaughnessy checks into the game. He tries to bounce it to Brandon Schmelsley, and I believe Cooper Bruna is going to get tagged for the foul. Bruna, only a freshman, out there playing big minutes for head coach Corey Jensen and his squad. Picks up the first personal, first team on either side. Shaughnessy walks into a three. No, not that one. As offensive rebound, Logan Sandman. Sandman working, misses the bunny, and it'll go out of bounds back over to Hanover as they escape two shots from the Eagles. Shaughnessy had a big game against Wabaunsee, too, 15 points. I can only guess most of those were from the free throw line. Here's an Axtell defense that'll turn it up, and they're looking to speed up Hanover, though broken by Kadrick Cohorse at the other end. Garrett Martin is going to get fouled by Logan Sandman. who got caught with a little cement in his feet, picks up a first personal foul, does Sandman, and Garrett Martin to the line for 2 free throws. Martin so far on the season right at a 50% free throw shooter. Tall righty, deep knee bend, drops down the first personal foul. Second one upcoming here for Martin. Righty up and pure. He's 2 for 2 here to start this game, and it's a quick 5-0 lead for Hanover to start this ball game. 2-3 defense for Hanover. Axtell will go 3 out, 2 in around Schmelsley and Sandman. Brandon and Logan have worked really well here this season. There's Brandon topside, bad pass from Landon Schmitz to Brandon Schmelsley. Another Eagles turnover. Here comes Hanover topside, Braylon Mine 3, bang! A big triple for Braylon Mine, and Jason Tynan takes an early 30-second timeout. We'll take one with him. Early first quarter action. Hanover leads 8-0.
In your bustling life, we're constantly on the move from hectic commutes to family outings. Blue Valley Insurance offers comprehensive auto coverage to keep you safe on every journey. Whether you're heading to work or driving your kids to practice, we've got you covered. Visit us at convenient locations in Lynn, Greenlee, Hanover, and Marysville for personalized auto insurance solutions tailored to your needs. Drive with peace of mind, knowing you're protected by Blue Valley Insurance.
A lot of fire here from this Hanover team to start out this first quarter, and what you needed to see in a responsitory game against one of the best teams in the state. These are 2 of the best teams in the state of Kansas, according to the Kansas Association of Coaches polls. Axtell, the second-ranked team in Class 1A Division II, while Hanover is the 5th, I believe, at last check. Wyatt Detweiler fires up a 3. That's an air ball, but inside. Logan Sandman will get the offensive board and draw a foul. Personal foul inside will go on Braylon Mine. That's his first, team second for Hanover. Axtell, an offensive team. Both of these offensive teams, both averaging over 60 points per game on the season here early on. Hanover's defense has been extraordinary. They about force another turnover on Axtell, but it'll stay with the Eagles. 8-0 early on first quarter score. It's been Braylon Mine, 2 triples, 2 Garrett Martin free throws. Brandon Schmelsley, a lot of hands all over him, turns this ball over as he was looking for Wyatt Detweiler in the quarter. Second turnover here for Axtell, as the Eagles will stay straight man-to-man pressure here on Hanover all night. We'll see how long Hanover can outlast this Eagles team. Of course, the history on the football gridiron for Axtell, they're just as physical and wear you down offensively as well. But here's Cager Cohorse, who just keeps his dribble alive 90 feet down the court as he was ridden by Wyatt Detweiler. It's a 10-0 lead for Hanover. 3-ball Collins Shaughnessy is a miss. Offensive board Brandon Schmelsley, though. Eagles will reset here with Detweiler up top. 2 down low. Sandman has it knocked away from Mine. Turnover off and running. Cohorse tripped. Ball on the ground. Taken by Axtell. Now Broxterman has trouble with it, and it's finally taken away by the Eagles. Quickly up the court. Here comes Axtell. Shaughnessy, Detweiler, corner 3. That one's off. No good. Brandon Schmelsley, a grown man rebound down low. And now here comes Tanner Bruna as Cameron Juneman picks up that personal foul. That'll be the first on Cameron. And we mentioned here comes Tanner Bruna, second leading scorer for this Wildcats team on the season. Actually third at 11.2. Garrett Martin at 11.7. Not looking for offense though. Looking for defense here from the Wildcats. Axtell looking for offense, still scoreless. Can Eli break it? He will. A right corner triple for Eli Broxterman. Breaks open the scoring drought for Axtell. Other end, Cooper Bruna pick up the phone. A big triple from Cooper Bruna at the other end as the answer is good. Right back to a 10-point lead for Hanover. Eli feeling it, left wing three, no good, and now Logan Sandman will pick up a second personal foul here in this first quarter. We saw it last week with Duke Timmel of Centralia, the big for the Panther, just couldn't stay out of foul trouble here against Hanover, and now Size will go to the bench for head coach Jason Tynan and his squad. Landon Schmitz will check back in for Logan Sandman. Brandon Schmelsley will now move to the 5. 4-guard rotation here for the Eagles. Cohorst backs down Detweiler as it's thrown outside. Mine somehow ends up back with it inside, but a travel will be called on Braylon Mine. Bothered a little bit inside by the defense of Smelsley and Brocksterman. Axtell here early on, 1-4-5 from behind the arc. They're only 1 for 7 from the floor. We saw it from the Hanover girls in the first quarter. Now it's the Axtell boys' turn to start off cold in this gym. Colin Shaughnessy left wing three off the skip from Brandon Schmelsley is down. Colin Shaughnessy, his first triple. It's all 3 balls. It's 13-6. Full court pressure by the Eagles. Good job again by Cooper Bruna to get out of the pressure from Eli Brocksterman. Little dribble handoff left side between Mine and Bruna. Ends up back in the hands of Braylon in the far left corner. Braylon trying to back down the small at Violet Detweiler. Braylon all the way inside. A little give off to Garrett Martin, and now a 3-second call will be called on Garrett Martin as he claps his hands in frustration. Just too long down there in the paint. Had a shot right away if he would have turned around and put it up, but continued to work the offense and forced the Wildcats into a turnover. Brandon Schmelsley passes miscommunicated between Colin Shaughnessy and Schmelsley. A 4th turnover for Axtell in this quarter. Cadric Cohorst just wings it out to Braylon Mine, top of the key. Now Tanner Bruna, left wing, will set it up. Picking on White, Detweiler are the Wildcats so far here tonight as Tanner will look to take White off the dribble. Tanner inside the lane. Beautiful bounce pass to Garrett Martin, who wraps it around for 2 on the beautiful assist from Tanner Bruna. And a position that Bruna has got so much more comfortable in this season is that assist. Instead of putting it up amongst the trees, just handed it off. Now here's an errant pass taken in by Brandon Schmelsley, and it'll stay in the hands of the Eagles. Hanover fans cheering on the defense. Inside Eli Brocksterman, give and go with Brandon Schmelsley, and there's Brandon's first bucket of the night off the assist from cousin Eli. 15-8 now, 50 seconds left in this first quarter. Offense is picked up here at the back half of the final 8. Now Cohorst and Mine get caught up on left wing, and a timeout will have to be called by Corey Jensen to save a possession. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Hanover leads 15-8.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information.
You'll be all right.
785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
A stark difference from the last time these two teams met up. It was 25-10 in favor of Axtell the last time these two teams met. Here in the first quarter, it's 15-8 Hanover as they have come out with the first punch in this first quarter and look to close out the first 8 minutes on a high note. Braylon Mine will dance his way across the timeline with 30 seconds left. Cooper Bruna looks to dribble drive against Eli Brocksterman. Inside kicks out Cadric Cohorst. A 3 is bottoms from Cadric Cohorst. A 4th triple for Hanover in this quarter. It is back to a 10-point lead for the Wildcats. Left side, Wyatt Detweiler into the hands of Landon Schmitz in the corner. Schmitz tip pass is taken by Cooper Bruna. Eagles uncharacteristically turning it over, kicks it to Mine with 3 on the clock, drains it! Braylon Mine, a buzzer-beating triple as Hanover controls the first 8 minutes. They lead 21-8 over Axtell on our boys edition of the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week. We'll be back in 60 seconds with second quarter action here from Hanover, the home of the Wildcats.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drive, parking, walks, entry, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
A 21-8 lead for the Hanover boys over Axtell through the first 8 minutes, shooting well in favor of the Wildcats. As Hanover from the floor went 7 for 9, 5 for 6 from behind the three-point arc. Braylon Mine with 3 triples, including a triple right to end that first quarter buzzer, has the Hanover Wildcats up 21-8. Good motion inside, off of the head of Colin Shaughnessy, and turnovers for Axtell. The 6th now here in this game. They only coughed it up 11 times the last time these two teams met. Scoring leaders in that first quarter, Braylon Mine with 9, 5 for Cager Cohorse, 4 for Garrett Martin, 3 for Cooper Bruna. For Axtell, 3 apiece, Eli Brockschman and Colin Shaughnessy, as they hit 2 of 7 triples for the Eagles, and Brandon Schmelsley with a lone deuce inside. Starting second quarter, Cager Cohorse, Hunter Keykafer, Tanner Bruna, Cameron Juniman, and Braylon Mine. Here's Tanner, a nice spin move against Colin Shaughnessy, and Tanner drops it in for his first bucket. It's been all Hanover here in this one, and really forcing it here defensively as Eli about turns it over but regains it. Colin at the free throw line against this 2-3 zone. Kicks it out Eli. 3 from the left corner is down for Eli Brocksterman. A second triple. Let's see if the 3 balls can keep the Eagles in this contest. It was really inside early in this game, and now a foul will be called by Landon Schmitz out top. Got a piece of Braylon Mine. First personal foul on Schmitz. First team on Axtell. No real foul trouble except for Logan Sandman. The big man for Axtell has changed this game plan for head coach Jason Tynan. Logan picked up 2 early fouls before the 5-minute mark in the first quarter. Has had the set. For Hanover, it hasn't mattered. Their offense is clicking. Tanner fires up a 3 but misses that one straight on. Eli Brocksterman at the other end misses that 3 ball off the left wing. Quick trigger for Eli, but that's what he does. 5 triples already for the senior attempted in this contest. Screen and roll up top, and now a second foul will be called on Tanner Bruna for not being set on a screen. He's trying to get the explanation from the referee on the far side. Gets it, is sufficient with it, and will stay on the court. 12-point lead for Hanover, 23-11. 6 minutes left to play. Second quarter action. Coming up here at halftime, we'll look at girls' scores elsewhere around the Twin Valley League. Colin Shaughnessy off the pump fake. Gets that one going with the dribble drive pull up from just inside the arc. 5 points now for Colin. Braylon Mine back the other way. And a foul call will go against Landon Schmitz. So now Landon with 2 and Logan with 2, as free throws will be upcoming for Braylon Mine. Mine leading the scorer on this team so far in the year for Hanover at 16 points per game. He hits the first free throw. That's coming off a big game versus Valley Heights where he dropped in a game-high 26 points against the Mustangs on Tuesday night. Looking to continue it here as he's already in double digits with 10. Second free throw is up from Braylon. Make it 11 as he's filling himself from the floor. 3 for 4 from behind the arc, 2 for 2 from the stripe. As he leads all scorers with 11. Back up to a 12-point lead as Hanover extends their defense well outside the three-point line. Brandon Schmelsley bumps with Hunter Kike for inside. Colin Shaughnessy pump fakes on a 3, now turns it right back over as it was intended for Landon Schmitz. Schmitz miscommunication. Cohorst give to Cameron Juniman inside and a beautiful pass. Kedrick Cohorst just makes this Hanover team run. It's been a different team since he was able to step into the starting role and there saw the eyes. Third or fourth time tonight, he's dribbled all the way left baseline underneath the basket and just waited for a cutter middle of the floor. Here's Eli all the way along the baseline. He's going to kick it out. Schmelsley out top. Look to get this defense going. Eli Brockstrom a 3. That's off from the word go. It's going to go off the hands of Braylon Mine and will stay, though, with Axtell. Here comes Logan Sandman, and before that, we're going to get a timeout called by head coach Jason Tynan. We'll take it with them. 4:55 left to play before half. Hanover in the lead, 27-13.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM 95.5, our second to last Marysville Dental Care game of the week for the high school basketball season. We will be at the home of the Mustangs, Valley Heights, in between Blue Rapids and Waterville next Friday, as it'll be a Marshall County matchup between Frankfort and Valley Heights. Girls action will tip at 6 o'clock with boys to follow as we round out our regular season coverage. But of course, stay tuned to KNDY as sub-state quarterfinals start off February 24th and 25th. Sub-state is March 3rd before hopefully we see a few Twin Valley League teams make a state run March 12th through the 15th. And KNDY is your home, as always, for Twin Valley League sports coverage. Early on, it's been all Hanover, 27-13. Again, Axtell scored 25 points in the first quarter the last time these two teams met. They are now at 13 here, about halfway through the second quarter. Head coach Jason Tynan is going to run the risk of throwing Logan Sandman out there. The big 6'4" post, who has been a revelation this year for the Eagles, out there with 2 personal fouls. And now head coach Corey Jensen has to worry about fouls on his side. Braylon Mine now with 2. He has 11 of Hanover's 27 here in this first half. He'll stay out here, though, but we'll have a foul down low. Who's this going to go on? Ball was being reversed out top. It'll go on Garrett Martin for the Wildcats. Martin's first personal foul. Hanover kept Garrett in check last time offensively, 7 points. Again, Tanner Brune had 22 last time these two teams met. You keep thinking, well, why do you keep mentioning that? Well, it's the TVL Tournament Championship game. 2 of the best teams in the TVL squared off, and they're meeting here in the regular season. Couldn't ask for a much better contest. Girls contest was a great one, went into overtime. Hanover gets the win. Offensively, let's see if this will get Axtell going. Eli Brockstrom along the right baseline from the short corner puts it in off the dribble. Back to a 12-point lead for Hanover. Braylon Mine screen and roll with Hunter Kike for looking for some help. Kicks it out by the half-court line for Hunter. Hunter cross-court skip pass. Kedrick in left corner now into the hands of Mine. Mine fires up a 3 and drops it down. Eli Brocksherman looks at the bench like, what can I do? Braylon Mine is throwing it in an ocean here tonight. He is 4 for 5 from behind the arc. Here's Logan Sandman right to the rim. And let's see if that'll quiet this Hanover offense. And one opportunity for Logan. And the first free throws coming for Hanover, or for Axtell, in this ball game. The Eagles shot 15 the last time these two teams met. They did only put up 3 in the first half, as that foul will go on Garrett Martin, his second. Martin rips down the defensive board on the missed free throw from Sandman. Hunter Kike for 3. He buries it! A huge 3 for an emotional player, and Hunter Kike for a big triple on that one. It's back to a 33 to 17 point lead here for Hanover. In Hanover's losses this season, 3 early on in the year, and then the loan to Axtell. Eli Brocksherman left baseline, tips this one, but taken away by Braylon Mine. Wildcats off and running. Mine through the lane, but blocked by Logan Sandman. Good rejection there by the sophomore. But this Hanover team has been tested. They started off the season with Thayer Central, Nemaha Central, and Concordia, all teams ranked in their respective classes. Thayer in Nebraska, Nemaha Central, and Concordia here in Kansas. Corey Jensen wants a timeout. 2:54 before half. We'll take it with them. 30-second break. We're back after this.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Max Blasky back.
At Hanover Hospital and Clinic, we put the care back into healthcare. We believe that your health is more than just treating the symptoms. It is about building relationships and providing support in our community. We are excited to introduce our newest physician, Dr. Tyler Schreiber, who is now seeing patients and providing top-notch assessment care. Our team of providers are dedicated to providing personalized care to each and every patient. Come see Dr. Schreiber and experience the difference that compassionate care can make in your healthcare journey. Schedule an appointment today at Hanover Hospital and Clinic by calling 785-337-2214.
Had a runaway break there. Apologies on that. Missed a 3 ball by Hanover, and then a putback by Brandon Schmelsley. Turnover, though, Wildcats back on their offensive possession. Back to a 12-point game. Hanover has held this comfortable, I don't want to call it comfortable by any means, but a solid 10-point advantage most of this first quarter, or first half. They jumped out to a 21-8 lead at the end of the first quarter. Colin Shaughnessy fires up a 3. Now a foul down low. I believe it'll go on Cameron Juniman, and it will be the second now on Cameron, as he was fighting with Brandon Schmelsley down low. And now free throws for Axtell the rest of the way. Final 2:05. Eagles will be shooting now from the line, and Brandon will have his first cracks at the stripe here tonight. Again, foul trouble now for Hanover. Braylon Mine, Cameron Juniman, and Garrett Martin all have 2 fouls. Logan Sandman and Landon Schmitz for Axtell, they also have 2. Schmelsley knocks down the first personal. Second one upcoming for Brandon, high off the toes. No, good defensive board there by Garrett Martin. 2 minutes left to play before halftime. Coming up at half, we'll take a recap of this first half. We'll again go over the girls contest. If you're just joining us, an overtime win for the Hanover girls, as well as take a look at scores courtesy of Jeff Wirtz and the TVL Sports Spotlight. Cooper Bruna works his way inside. A lot of contact, and a foul will be called. Cooper Bruna to the line. Who's that go on? Oh, that's going to go on Logan Sandman. Now the third for the sophomore, and we're going to see Dalton Heinen come out here in the second quarter. Cooper Bruna at the stripe, 1 for 1 from the floor earlier in this game. That one was a triple, misses the first free throw though. 4 points in the game last time these two teams met. Logan Sandman, Wyatt Detweiler to the bench. Into the contest will come Dalton Heinen, the 6'2 senior, and back out there Landon Schmitz. 14-point lead here for Hanover. Colin Shaughnessy top side. Let's see if the Eagles can figure out this 2-3 defense that Corey Jensen worked up here today. So far, Axtell has had no such luck. All from behind the arc as Colin Shaughnessy fires up a wild three that hit nothing but backboard. As now Cadra Cohorse has to come all the way to half court to get the ball. Garrett Martin loses it out of bounds and back over to Axtell as Corey Jensen wants that foul. This is a physical game too as well. It always is when these two teams meet up. Again, the top two teams in the Twin Valley League standings going into tonight. Axtell sets at 1 at 8-0. Hanover at second with 7-2. So Hanover trying to hand Axtell their first league loss of this year. Landon Schmitz misses inside, but an offensive board, and now free throws coming for Colin Shaughnessy. Schmitz did a good job to get his own offensive rebound, had an opportunity to put it back up, but saw Colin cutting to the board. Now let's see if Colin can knock down some free throws first try here tonight, as he will sink it down. Hunter Kiekefer will get Cameron Juneman, who was whistled for that foul. So that's a third on Cameron. He's done here for the rest of this half. Final 59 seconds for all it counts, right? He puts it up. No, Shaughnessy goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. Final 55 seconds here. Hanover 13-point advantage. They've led this entire way. Hunter Kike for trouble with it, throws it into Brandon Schmelsley. Now Schmelsley has trouble with it, somehow regains it to Dalton Heinen, who misses the layup, and board pulled down by Hanover. Axtell forced the Wildcat turnover, and then Heinen couldn't finish off the hot pass from Schmelsley. Now a turnover forces Shaughnessy, gets a hand on it at the other end. Colin Shaughnessy up and down for 2. Full court pressure still here by Axtell. Has turned it up here the last couple times. Head coach Corey Jensen getting all his money's worth with the ref before official finally has to tell him to take a little bit of a break. 20 seconds left in this half. Getting chippy here late. Cadra Cohorse top side, guarded by Colin Shaughnessy. Garrett Martin finishes at the rim on the good little dump off from Cohorse. 6 points now for Garrett. 13-point lead back for Hanover. 5 on the shot clock, 4 on the shot clock. Does Brandon realize it? It's kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with Axtell with 1.3 on the shot clock. But what a defensive half here by Hanover. We'll recap here at the end of this. Eli Brockstrom at the buzzer, no from Eli, and through 16 minutes of play, this one is all Hanover. 36-23 is your halftime score. Eagles did start scoring in that second quarter, but Hanover jumped out to the early 21-8 lead, and they have not trailed yet in this ball game. Again, your halftime score, Hanover leading 36-23. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Landall Company in Marysville is now hiring for various positions. Excellent pay, growth potential, and outstanding benefits that include annual wage reviews, incentive bonus with 60% of profits given back to employees, attendance bonus, comprehensive insurance plan with $500 deductible, paid time off, paid holidays, 401k, and much more. Apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability welcome. Stapp Brothers Petroleum works hard to be there for you when it matters most. Their goal is simple, to be your #1 source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And they'll reach that goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Proudly serving Kansas with locations in Blue Rapids and Hanover, Stapp Brothers thanks all of their current customers. If you're not a current customer, call the winning team at Stapp Brothers locations in Blue Rapids and Hanover today for all of your propane and fuel needs.
Make every job easier with one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. For any project inside or out, if you're a professional or do-it-yourselfer, get the tools you need, including Milwaukee, DeWalt, Stanley, and more. Battery-operated tools offer the convenience and mobility with the power to get the job done quickly every time. Stocked with all the blades, bits, and accessories for your convenience as well. Check out the power tool selection today and get the work started on your schedule with Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM at 95.5, online at KNDYradio.com, also in that free KNDY mobile app. If you haven't already downloaded that, go over to either the Google Store or Apple Store and download that. Take it KNDY wherever you are. Got a little severe weather maybe coming up next week, so of course keep KNDY informed. We can get your closings and cancellations on the air for you too as well. At halftime of our boys contest, it is 36-23. It's been all Hanover in this one, and a very balanced scoring attack too as well that's led by Braylon Mine. He leads all scorers now with 14 points. He had 9 of them in the first quarter, but efficient here for Braylon so far. He is 4 for 5 from behind the three-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Only 1 miss so far tonight, and a big change compared to the last time these two teams met. Again, they met on December 25th in the TVL championship game. Axtell jumped out to a 25-10 lead over Hanover. Almost exact opposite in this one. Hanover jumped out to a 21-8 lead, thanks in part by those 3 balls by Mine. Continuing the thought with a balanced offensive attack for Hanover. Mine ended up the first half with 14 points. 6 for Garrett Martin, as he is perfect from the floor and the free throw stripe. 5 points for Kadrick Cohorse, 3 for Cooper Bruna and Hunter Kike, and 2 points apiece for Cameron Juneman and Tanner Bruna. Hanover goes 4 for 6 from the free throw line in that first half. They turn it over 7 times too as well. Now for the Axtell Eagles. One last stat for Hanover. Let me give it to you here real quick. Hanover, according to my stats, has only missed 2 shots from the floor all night. They are now 12 for 16. No, 4 shots, 2 shots a quarter. 12 for 16 from the floor as Hanover shooting lights out here on their own home rims. As for the Axtell Eagles, it was a better second quarter than it was first. They scored 15 points compared to 8. But again, this team trails at halftime 36-23. Leading scorer for Axtell, both Colin Shaughnessy and Eli Brockschman have 8 points apiece. 5 points for Brandon Schmelsley and 2 for Logan Sandman. Again, Logan did not play almost at all in that first quarter due to foul trouble, so never really was able to get him going. We'll look to see if that changes around in the second half. Axtell was 2 for 5 from the free throw stripe. They turned it over 8 times in that first half as Axtell shoots it for 2 for 7 from behind the three-point line in that first quarter. They end up in the first half going 9 for 22 from the floor overall, only shooting 40% here as this Hanover defense, who I questioned a little bit coming into this game. They give up 25 or 50 points per game, and Axtell is right there, but they have scored it at a clip that the Eagles can't even keep up with. Now Hanover setting at 36 a contest. We're going to take one more timeout here at half. When we come back, we'll take a look at score updates around the Twin Valley League and North Central Kansas League action, as there's more high school basketball going on over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM at 94.1, as Bruce Dierking has the call as the Rock Creek Mustangs have made the trip up to Marysville to visit the Bulldogs. We'll take one more timeout. Again, second half action coming up when we come back here on KNDY.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
When agricultural conservation work is needed on your farm, call Barry Bussing with Bussing Construction in Axtell, offering dozer services on terrace and waterways. Improve the value and resourcefulness of your farmland. Contact Barry Bussing today at 785-799-5205 for conservation work that'll build better practices for the future. That's Bussing Construction of Axtell, 785-799-5205.
See Andy Bruna at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover for a full line of your everyday hardware needs and all the building supplies you'll need to get the job done right. Just about anything you might need around the farm or home is found at Andy's, and always fast, friendly service when you need it. It just makes good sense to shop at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, Kansas, a Proud Wildcat booster. That's Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM 95.5, also on BVTV Channel 3 if you're catching us there. Big appreciation to the folks over at Blue Valley Technologies for allowing us to be on broadcast here this season. In a halftime of our boys contest, it's 36-23. Hanover has handled Axtell so far in this first quarter. Score updates from around the Twin Valley League first and girls action. If you're just joining us, you missed a doozy between Hanover and Axtell in the girls game. It was 35-all going into overtime. Hanover outscores Axtell 8-3 though in that overtime as Anna Juneman has 4 big free throws, leads the way with 17 points as the Hanover girls come away with a 43-38 overtime victory. Elsewhere around the league, another overtime game in a huge girls league matchup. Clifton Clyde defeats Donovan West in overtime, 57-51. That Clifton Clyde team led by Shea Wirtz has been absolutely exceptional here this season. Elsewhere around the Twin Valley League, Blue Valley girls defeat Frankfort 42-27. Had a chance to see Frankfort last Friday, on Tuesday. That's going to be a team that'll be good next year. This year, after a state championship, the first in school history, rough going of it for head coach Brian Eppert and his squad. Other girls action around the area. Valley Heights beats Chapman 49-35. Centralia handles Onega 65-35. Over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1, Marysville girls took a lead into the fourth quarter, but fall 52-43 to Rock Creek. Elsewhere, top-ranked Clay Center gets a win over Abilene. And Wamego wins over Concordia there on other area scores from around the listening area. Second half action getting ready here. Final 16 minutes of this one. Again, an important one here, not only for league standings, as right now Axtell sets on the top with an 8-0 league record. Hanover right behind them at 7-1, but very important for regional standings too, as well as going into tonight's action in the Tesket bracket. The top 4 teams get a bye. Right now, Logan Palco is undefeated, the number 1 seed in that bracket. Axtell at 13-1, Beloit St. John's Tipton, a state-ranked team, at 11-4, and Hanover at 10-4, just sitting right there on the cusp of that first round bye. Just to give you a little mark, Logan Palco, St. John's Tipton, Hanover, and Axtell are all ranked inside the top 10 KBCA. Here's what a top 10 team does. Comes out and hits a 3 right out of the quarter break. Eli Brocksterman now in double figures with 11 points. Cuts us to a 10-point game. Again, Hanover has led this entire way. They jumped out 21-8 and punched Axtell in the mouth to start this game. Let's see what the third quarter brings. Here's a pass as Cohorse trying to fit it through the arms of the Axtell defense. Will do no good. Leads to a Hanover turnover. Now Landon Schmitz puts it on the deck, and Braylon Mine comes out of there with it. Same starters for both sides. Braylon Mine, Cameron Juneman, Cooper Bruna, Garrett Martin, and Cadrick Cohorse. As Cooper Bruna drops in a triple. He's 2 for 2 from behind the arc, and it's back up to a 13-point lead for Hanover. Starting second half for the Eagles, Eli Brockschman, Brandon Schmelsley, Landon Schmitz, Wyatt Detweiler, and Logan Sandman. Inside, Detweiler tries to force it into Schmitz at the high post. Now Eli drives baseline, a little floater from the block is up and down for Eli Brockschman. He starts off with all 5 now for the Eagles. Full court man-to-man pressure as we'll switch ends. Hanover works right to left as we see it. Braylon Mine top side had a very good first quarter. Landon Schmitz will draw that possession. And we had a travel called by one side. Now a jump ball, I believe, will get called here near side official. So jump ball, possession arrow will stay with the Wildcats. Again, Braylon had a good first quarter, led all scorers with 14 points. He was 4 for 5 from behind the arc, including a buzzer beater 3 at the end of the first quarter. Here he is with the ball, guarded tightly by Landon Schmitz. Man-to-man defense here for the Eagles. Cameron Juneman works his way inside. Now he travels with it. So turnover happy here to start the second half for both teams. 2 now on Hanover, 1 on Axtell. Again, these two teams have history. This is the 17th meeting in 6 years between Hanover and Axtell. Each of the last 4, they've met in a sub-state championship game. 3 ball up and down for Eli Brocksterman right in front of his Axtell bench. Eli comes out here second half hot, all 8 points for Axtell as it's down to a single-digit game. Now a foul will be called on Eli as Cooper Bruna, the savvy freshman guard, picks up the personal foul. Again, was very impressed with Cooper with his play at the Twin Valley League Tournament. Bright future ahead for Corey Jensen and a starting point guard here for the next 4 years in this league. Cadrick Cohorse to Cooper around the horn. Cameron Juneman right corner. Trying to work it inside. Now kicks it left side Cooper. Looking for some help. Guarded tightly, man-to-man defense. Good defense here by Axtell. Down to a single-digit deficit, 8-point advantage for Hanover. Cameron Juneman inside the lane, now kicks it out. 4 out, 1 out, 4 out, 1 in action around Garrett Martin here for Hanover. Good defensive possession for the Eagles as it keeps going. Shot inside will be scooped from Bruna, and now a jump ball will be called on the rebound. The 5'9" Wyatt Detweiler jumps it up with the 6'4" Garrett Martin. And it will go over to the Eagles. Landon Schmitz will get checked out for Colin Shaughnessy. Again, Shaughnessy, a good game last time out versus Wabaunsee, 15 points. One name we haven't called, though, for Hanover, Tanner Bruna. Only 2 points in that first half. Third leading scorer, just by half a point on this team. He had 15 versus Valley Heights. Yet to call his name here in this second half as well. Good defense here by the Wildcats as Axtell can't find anything. Ends up in the hands of Wyatt Detweiler, a 3. And here's the 3 balls for the Eagles. Drops it down. Wyatt, his first one here at the other end, though. A pretty assist from Braylon Mine to Garrett Martin, and Martin drops it down right at the front of the rim. Back the other way, Logan Sandman against Martin. Inside to a cutting Colin Shaughnessy. And here's some offensive firepower starting to take place. Both teams love to get points off of assists, and the last 2 buckets back on each side has done it just that way. Inside charge on Cadrick Cohorse. Colin Shaughnessy was set there, picked it up on Cohorse. That's his first personal, first for Hanover. Coach Jensen does not like that call, but it'll go against his Wildcats. Cooper Bruna to the bench along with Cameron Juneman, Hunter Kiekefer, who had a good first half with a big triple. Gets out there with Tanner Bruna. 2-3 defense for the Wildcats, as we've seen all night. It is a 5-point lead. 3-ball, Eli high off the rim and off the back and out of bounds. Eli wanted that one to drop down, but it won't. Again, a 13-point lead for Hanover at half has now been erased to just 5 by a high-powered Eagles offense. Cadric Cohorse will get bodied, no foul called. Tanner Bruna strong inside. Now we'll get the foul called on Eli Brocksterman. Eli's now second personal foul. No, we're actually going to throw that one on Colin Shaughnessy. So his first personal. Wildcats working inside. Tanner Bruna top side will get this possession started off here. 3-ball, Braylon Mine, left corner. No, not that one. Big board, Eli Brocksterman. Brocksterman off and running. Had Brandon. Eli will take it 2-on-3 off the glass and put back by Logan Sandman. Eli Brocksterman just forced the issue right into the chest of the Hanover defense, and now it's a 3-point game. A lot of contact outside now as the guards for Axtell have been getting very physical with the guards for Hanover. This one will go on Brandon Schmelsley, his first personal. Three-point advantage still for Hanover. Axtell's fought all the way back, though. High post action here. Garrett Martin, left block. Guarded tightly by Logan Sandman with 3 fouls. Have to be careful here. Talks on the screen. Cadric inside, shot short, pulled out of there by Sandman. Here come the Eagles. Axtell can tie, but they turn it over. Good hands by Hunter Kiekefer to force that Eagle turnover. Now Tanner Bruna across the timeline, working right to left, into the chest of Logan Sandman. Gets Sandman to jump, and a good spinner there by Tanner Bruna as he spun right back into the middle off the pump fake. Dropped it in for his second bucket. Lead back up to 5 for the Wildcats. 4 out, 1 in action around Logan Sandman. Passes too far from Schmitz to Sandman, and now Hanover turns it right back over. Good hands by Colin Shaughnessy to force that one for the Eagles. Here's Eli Brocksterman, a 3, and he gets it. Eli Brocksterman, a third triple in this quarter, his 5th in the game. It is a 2-point lead for Hanover. Braylon Mine at the other end. Hunter Kike for a 3. No, not that one. That would have been a big triple for the Wildcats. Good looking shot, though, from Hunter. Here comes Axtell. They can tie or take the lead with a 3. Hanover has led this entire way. Final 1:53. Inside, Brandon Schmelsley loses it through the hands of Garrett Martin and out of bounds. I believe we're going to have a check on this one. Oh no, we've got just a little blood on Cadric Cohorse's shoulder here, so we'll get that one checked out. Cohorse will run back to the locker room. Cooper Bruna will check in for Cadric. Possession will stay underneath the basket for Axtell. Landon Schmitz will inbound. Looks top side to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy, Brocksterman, left wing 3, blocked by Tanner Bruna. Now off and running is Tanner, 1-on-1 through the lane. No, couldn't finish the pretty offensive side of it. Now Shaughnessy bounced past the Sandman. Shaughnessy through the lane, and we've got a tie ball game. It's 43 all, and head coach Corey Jensen will be forced to take a timeout. Axtell has come back from 13 down to tie this ball game up at 43 all with 1:28 left to play in the third quarter. It's a timeout. Hanover will take it with them. Final 9 minutes and change upcoming for you after this break here on KNDY FM 95.5.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
As we end the near the end of the high school basketball season. Want to give a big thank you to all these school districts that let us come in and broadcast. Hanover has been so gracious over the years. Frankfort, oh so very gracious with the TVL tournament a couple weeks ago. Places like Washington, Valley Heights, and Centralia. Also a big thank you to all the districts that allow us to do this and bring you great high school basketball coverage here on KNDY. Speaking of great coverage, this is going to turn into an all-time classic. 43-all, final 120 of this third quarter. Axtell has come from 13 back to tie the ball game. Tanner Bruna, though, says tie no more as he goes right into the chest of Brandon Schmelsley, puts it in for 2. 6 points now for Tanner off the bench. Let's see what answer the Eagles have. Logan Sandman now low, puts it in for 2 as he takes it right back at Tanner Bruna. A big 4 points here for Logan in this quarter after he had to set most of the first due to foul trouble. Hunter Kike for a wild shot inside. Eagles will come out of there with it. Off and running is Landon Schmitz. Now Eli Brockschman across the timeline. He's had a big quarter by the tune of 11 points. Inside Brandon Schmelsley. Hop skips, pumps, puts it up, and the first lead for Axtell comes at the 30-second mark in this third quarter on a Brandon Schmelsley 2-point bucket. At the other end, Cooper Bruna, a 3, no. Board will go out of bounds and will go back to Axtell. Don't go anywhere. This final 8 minutes again will be one for the record books. A 13-point deficit erased by the Axtell Eagles as they look to take a 2 or more lead going in the half. Eli Brockschman deep. Oh, halfway down and out. No good. Logan Sandman will be fouled on the putback, but a foul down low will be called. Tanner Bruna will pick up that third personal foul. Eli letting it fly here tonight. That is 12 triples now attempted as head coach Jason Tynan will draw up an out-of-bounds play here with 5.5 on the clock. We'll keep it right here as they take a 30-second timeout. Again, Hanover jumped out to a 21-8 lead in the first quarter. Both teams scored 15 points in the second quarter, but since here on out, it's only been 9 points for Hanover in this third, as Axtell has outscored the Wildcats 24-9 here in the third quarter, and an Axtell offense that averages north of 60 points per game turned it on here, and we've got a barn burner going into the final quarter. Let's see what head coach Jason Tynan has drawn up. Lead by 2, 5.5 on the clock. Underneath their own basket, Landon Schmitz windbound it. Straight line on the left side of the block. Man-to-man defense now for Hanover. We're looking a curl screen to Eli. Gets it in the corner. Now topside Shaughnessy. A 3, no. But we're going to go into the quarter break with 0.1 on the shot clock. Nonetheless, it's been a heck of a quarter for both of these teams. Full court pass. Buzzer goes off early. Are we going to replay the final 0.5? Let's see what we're going to do. We're going to retime it here because the buzzer went off early. The buzzer went off just as soon as Cadric Cohorse released it. He was looking for a long pass to Braylon Mine down the right side. Now we'll redo it here. Cadric will get inbound at full court. Stolen by Schmelsley at the buzzer. It's missed on the half-court heave. But again, Hanover has come all the way back from a 13-point deficit to lead us into the final 8 minutes, 47-45 in favor of the Eagles. We'll take a timeout when we come back. The final quarter here on KNDY.
For a Goog time, head to Hanover. Goog's Bar and Grill is the happening place for food, drink, and fun. Open 4 p.m. until midnight, Monday through Saturday, and the grill is always open late. Check out Mexican nights on Thursday with the best pizza anywhere all the time. Or buy the half combo or full size with carryouts available too. Find Googs on Facebook and check out their daily specials as well as special events. Grab your friends, grab your family, or make some new friends. where everybody knows your name. It's Goobs in Hanover.
D&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame building. Give them a call for stud frame building with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. D&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimate. Give them a call. D&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. D&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
Axtell uses a 24-9 third quarter run to take a 2-point advantage here at the start of the fourth quarter. Hanover has trouble with this one, and it's finally turned over. Eli Brockstrom, Brandon Schmelsley to Colin Shaughnessy for 2, and put it down. Double digits now for Colin Shaughnessy. He has got 14 points, leading the way though. Eli Brockstrom with 19. Colin with the steal to the rim, goaltend by Cameron Juneman, and a 4-0 run by Colin Shaughnessy and the Eagles to jump out now to a 6-0 lead here in this start of the fourth quarter. Again, these two teams so familiar with themselves. The 17th meeting in 6 years. Axtell has won the last 6, including earlier this season, but it was Hanover that won 6 in a row from 2020 to 2022. In those 2 years, Hanover won a state championship and got second. The last 2 years for Axtell, a fourth and a third place. At the offensive end, Braylon Mine drops it in for his first bucket in the second half. Deep three from Eli Brockstrom, a fader in the left corner. Make it a 22-point game for Eli as it's 54-47. Kadrick Cohorse a deep three. No. Board Brandon Schmelsley, and now a foul 80 feet away from the bucket will go on Hunter Keykafer. A quick three there by the Hanover side. Hanover went 4 for 9 from the floor in that fourth quarter. Axtell went 10 for 14, only missing 4 from the floor. 54-47. This contest can pretty much close out a regular season title if Axtell wins. Eli Brockstrom, heat check off the front of the rim, no good. Good board pulled down there by Garrett Martin. Braylon Mine with it across the timeline. Mine trying to go coast to coast. Now we're going to get a reach-in foul called by the far side referee. That'll be Brandon Schmelsley picking up a second. Halftime adjustments are always a big thing, and defensively, Axtell closed down Braylon Mine. Mine had 14 points at halftime, led all scorers. He was scoreless there in the third, while the Hanover offense erupted for 24 points. Kadrick Cohorse a three. No, not that one. As 2 good looks from Cohorse find the back of the rim, not the bottom. Here's Brandon Schmelsley against Braylon. Right block, has to kick it back out. Cross-court skip past Shaughnessy. Head fakes on a three, now drives left baseline. Kicks it out, Eli Brockstrom, and 3 off the rim, no good. But going for the offensive board, it will be a foul on Axtell. Logan Sandman picking up now his 4th personal foul. As that, yes, will be 4 on Sandman. Logan picked up 2 early on in the first quarter. Did a good job to play through it. 6 points now for Logan after leading the Axtell Eagles in points on Tuesday night with a win over Valley Heights with 26. Just to tell you the scoring abilities in this game, Eli Brockstrom leads the way with 22. He only had 7 Tuesday night. Brant Beitman first action now for the senior inside. He's going to have his pocket picked, and now a 3-second call is actually called on Hanover, as we are going to have another whistle. Technical foul now will be called on Tanner Bruna. So Tanner loses his cool. He picks up a tech, and that'll be number 4 on Tanner. But most importantly, free throws here coming for Axtell. And let's send the man to the line, Eli Brockstrom. He hasn't been there tonight, but 5 triples, 6 triples, at least 1 each quarter for Eli here in this ball game. Free throw, though, will be a miss as he's far off the rim on that one. Still 5:40 left to play. Anyone's ball game, 54-47. Eli back at the line for the second of two technicals. Drops down that one. Amazingly, Axtell's only shot 7 free throws here in this ball game. We saw 15 attempted by Axtell the first time and 10 from Hanover when they first squared off. So Tanner will take a seat on the bench after that technical. In will come Cameron Juneman. Out there for Hanover, Kadra Cohorst, Brant Beichman, Garrett Martin, Braylon Mine, and Cameron Juneman. As for Axtell, it'll be Colin Shaughnessy, Eli Broxman, Brandon Schmelsley, Wyatt Detweiler, and Dalton Heinen out there in this fourth quarter. Eagles with it out top. Schmelsley guarded by Mine. A little give and go inside, and a hand check foul will be called on Garrett Martin as he went swiping down on the ball. Martin picks up a third personal foul, third here on Hanover. As 2 more will send the Eagles to the line the rest of the way. Backdoor screen taken in by Schmelsley. No shot, but a travel will be called on Brandon. Down low, got a little happy with all of the trees in there. Turned it over. If you're just joining us, Hanover led by 13 at halftime, but Axtell outscored the Wildcats 24-9 in the third quarter. Hold on to a 55-47 lead. Here's a take inside by Brant Beichman. Shot will be no good on his first attempt here in the fourth quarter. At the other end, it's going to be Dalton Heinen putting it down for 2. His first points of the game make this a 10-point lead for Axtell. Kadra Cohorst a 3. No, he can't buy a bucket tonight, but a foul will be called on Axtell going for the offensive board. Seeing who that foul was going to get called on. That goes on Colin Shaughnessy's substitution. Hunter Kiekefer will check into the game. Out will go Beichman. Hanover needs offense. Only 11 points here in the second half. Here's a pass that's tipped and now taken away by Heinen of the Eagles. Back comes Axtell. Eli right across the timeline. Swings it left wing to Brandon. Schmelsley looking to get downhill. Kicks it out. Broxterman now up top to Shaughnessy. Good closeout by Juneman to stop the sharpshooter. Shaughnessy. Little give and go with Schmelsley. Now to Heinen left side. Little lead pass inside, and that's going to be a charge going the other way as Hunter Kiekefer was placed under Colin Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy's third personal, and it'll go back now to Hanover. 10-point contest here, 4:20 left to play in this fourth quarter. Hanover looking for revenge from earlier in the season. Eagles looking to claim a top spot in sub-state and the top spot for a league championship. Kadra Cohorst top side will hand it off. Axtell looking for their first regular season championship, so far undefeated in tournament play. Cohorst, who again just can't buy a bucket here in this fourth quarter. So impressed with his passing abilities, but hasn't had the shot here tonight. Misses another one. Wyatt Detweiler misses it, but follows his own shot. Leads to a Broxterman 3. That one's a miss. Axtell goes 0 for 2 from behind the arc in that possession. Mine thought about a 3. Now kicks it. Juneman, right corner. Top side Cohorst, swing pattern. Left wing, Kiekefer. Here's Mine top side. Little screen and roll with Kadrick. Now it's thrown out of bounds, but saved by Cameron Juneman right in front of the Hanover bench. Juneman puts his head down, gets inside the lane, kicks it out, 3-ball Hunter. No, off the rim, chased down by Kiekefer. Again, inside the lane, through the contact. No, a third opportunity is poked away, and now it's going to go, I believe, over to Axtell, and it will. Turnover Hanover, as Hunter Kiekefer had 2 opportunities right at the rim. And again, an emotional player just kind of tapped that one all the way out of bounds. And he will be checked out by Cooper Bruna. Substitution 2 is Dalton Heinen. Good minutes for head coach Jason Tynan, and as the Eagles takes a seat on the bench, Logan Schmitz back in there. Landon Schmitz, excuse me. Left side, Colin Shaughnessy looking to get downhill. He'll kick it back out, right wing, looking for some help up top. Now with Schmelsley. Brocksherman in the corner, hot hand here tonight, already 20 plus in the game. Works his way inside, shot up, no good. And it'll come down to Hanover. Hanover off and running. Kadrick Cohorst kicks it to Bruna out top. Bruna will slow this one down. Works it out top. Braylon Mine straight on 3. No, off the front of the rim. No good. Shaughnessy comes down with the board. Now a turnover. Axtell back over to Hanover. 2:21 left in this ball game. Just a 10-point advantage for the Eagles. Stay tuned after the game as we'll have the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show brought to you by Bryce Leonard of Washington and Patrick Booty of Marysville. Scores and updates, especially one from this here inside. 2 shots now coming. Braylon Mine. Logan Sandman got the first block, but then Landon Schmitz got the arm of Mine, who will step to the line for 2 free throws. A personal foul, the 5th now on Axtell, so free throws the rest of the way. First one is up and good by Braylon. 5 out there for Hanover. Mine, Cameron Juneman, Cooper Bruna, Kadrick Cohorst, and Garrett Martin. For Axtell will be Logan Sandman, Brandon Schmelsley, Eli Brocksherman, Colin Shaughnessy, and Landon Schmitz. Mine cool as a cucumber, drops down both free throws. Now 18 in the game for Braylon, although Hanover trails 57-49. Logan Sandman out top, looking for some help, kicks it off to the left wing. Colin Shaughnessy looking to drive downhill, little floater to Sandman, a lot of contact and through it for Logan Sandman. 8 points now for the big sophomore down low, as Landon Schmitz will be flagged for a foul in the backcourt, and not a smart foul by Landon Schmitz, as that'll be his 4th personal foul. Free throws upcoming for Braylon Mine, who just went 2 for 2 from the stripe. First one from the righty drops down. Milan on the season leads this team in points per game at 16 a contest. Leads the team in free throw shooting at 70%. 4 for 4 though in this quarter. That'll bump that one up for Braylon. Right there at his average or over it now with 20 points. Defense cheers from the Hanover side. Top side, Eli Brocksherman almost has it poked away from Cooper Bruna. Inside though, Colin Shaughnessy to the line. Right to the front of the rim. Off the feet on the high-low action. And Shaughnessy drops it in for his 3rd bucket here in this quarter. That foul will go on Brant Beichman, who just checked into the ball game. Free throw now finishes off the old-fashioned 3-point play for Colin Shaughnessy. 19 now for Colin. Kadrick Cohorst works his way inside, kicks it right corner. Beichman has to catch it out of bounds quickly around the horn to Mine. Mine straight on 3, no good. Cohorst the offensive board. And now a foul will be called on Brandon Schmelsley, reaching in for that ball. Free throws here for Cohorst. Righty puts this one up, drops it down. Second one now here for Kadrick. That personal foul, Brandon Schmelsley, only his 2nd. Free throw for Kadrick, he's good. Hanover now perfect in the 4th quarter, 6 for 6 from the line. Let's see if they have a comeback in them in the final 77 seconds though. Top side, Detweiler had a 3, but now will run clock. Inside Logan Sandman, right block, working, pushing, and a foul will be called on Cameron Juneman, his 4th and 5th team foul on Hanover, as Logan Sandman will go to the line for 2 free throws. First one from Logan, puts it up. That one drops down, pure as silk. Hanover here in this fourth quarter has been held to just 8 points. That's after only 9 in the third quarter, as Axtell's defense that only allows 40 points per game really put the clamps on here in the second half. There is a lane violation on the second free throw. Cooper Bruna quickly the other way, and one for Cooper Bruna right to the front of the rim for the fearless freshman. 8 points now for Cooper, and a three-point play could change this one. I believe they're going to get that on 35, so that'll be on Eli Brockstrom. That's only his second. 8-point advantage for Axtell. Free throw is long from Bruna, but offensive board, Cameron Juniman gives another possession, and head coach Corey Jensen wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Final 58 seconds left in this contest. When we come back, we'll close out another great boys contest on our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week.
You work night and day to get the crop. You worry about the weather. You worry about prices. You have repairs to deal with at the worst possible times. It's a lot of work and a lot of worry. But when it's all said and done, you wouldn't trade places with anyone. Making things grow is in your blood. It's in ours, too. We're a community act. Citizen State Bank. Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM 95.5, online KNDYradio.com, in the mobile app, or on BVTV Channel 3. Before we sign off tonight, I want to give a big thank you to all our listeners or viewers out there. Without your support, viewership, and listenership, we couldn't do what we love so much, bringing you these great contests here in the Twin Valley League. And as always, a reminder to support those businesses that you heard support this contest here tonight. Always, all year long, remember to shop and support local when you can. Final 58 seconds here. Let's see what head coach Corey Jensen has drawn up. It's a float play to the right corner, and Braylon Mine ends up standing out of bounds for the fifth turnover here by Hanover in this fourth quarter. Now full court pressure and desperation, foul time for the Wildcats. Let's see if they can force a turnover. That's going to be a hard one committed by Braylon Mine. Got every bit of Colin Shaughnessy on that one. Wilson Shaughnessy to the stripe. Colin, only a 6'2", junior guard, has played excellent minutes here the last couple years for head coach Jason Tynan and his squad. Here in this contest, 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Make it 8 to close it out, and a 20-point performance from Colin Shaughnessy. Let's see if he can make it 21. Eli Brockstrom already setting at 23 on the game. Second free throw is down for Shaughnessy. Clutch free throws from the junior, as it's a 10-point advantage for Axtell. Grant Bikeman trouble with it in the corner, gets all the way to the rim, drops it down for 2. But let's see if Hanover can cause a turnover. No, they can. At the other end, Brandon Schmelsley lays it in for an easy bucket. 33 seconds. Braylon Mine, a 3. That's short. Offensive board being fought for. Jump ball is the call. Possession arrow back over to Axtell. And head coach Corey Jensen says that is all she wrote. He's going to wave the white flag here for the final 28 seconds. And what a first half it was for the Hanover boys, but what a second half it was for the Axtell Eagles. Hanover led at halftime 36-23. As Colin Shaughnessy drops in another one just for good measure here in the fourth. Colin now with 11 in the fourth quarter to close out this win. Braylon, a wild shot, will close it out, and Axtell stays undefeated in Twin Valley League play with a 69-57 victory over the Hanover Wildcats. We're going to take a timeout. For all you on BVTV Channel 3, we appreciate you tuning in. Again, your final score, 69-57 from Hanover.